Well, this is my best buddy, Jeff, over here. He probably is going to say about 2 words the whole night, but if you go get him a twisted tea, hey, you should go get him a twisted tea.
He is not going to drink a twisted tea.
He should.
No.
Just
one.
just one, please. Dang him.
Gerb, what are we drinking tonight?
Water. It's free real estate. I just got water.
Gatorade.
So, sorry, guys, sorry. So this is
H2O.
you piece of. Never mind. We're not doing it. We can throw it away.
We're here at the Kenny Cast with your host, Kenny Stoller.
He just hijacked my entire podcast. It's over.
Is that actually how you say your name is Stoller?
Kenny Stoller. Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I didn't know.
See, for a long time, I didn't know what your name was at all. I just thought your name was Gerb. I was like, why do they call him Gerb?
Are we running or
No, it's on. We're going, and
because we should just start and actually go.
No, we're going. As far as an intro, I'll just come back in the editing process, and you know what I'm saying. And then I'll just fade it in to where we start talking.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. But I mean, we'll go ahead and introduce everybody here. Just make sure our noise is right, though. We got Gerb. Still don't really know his full name.
Dylan Gerberding.
Yeah,
Dylan Gerberding.
Yeah.
Well, I can see where Gerb came from.
It's pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
But if you ask,
You want to talk into the mic so people can hear you?
That is in the mic.
If you ask people though, he looks like a Gerb, so it makes sense that way
you
too.
You do look like a Gerb. Good or bad, I'm not saying, but and then Mason Moody and Jeff Bertus. That's who we're joined by today. A couple professional bull riders and Gerb.
Good way to put it.
So, up here, pheasant hunting, having a good time. What did you call this, Gerb?
The first annual Gerb's bachelor party.
You're not getting married, are you?
No.
Bachelorette.
Ooh.
That wasn't very nice. Good Lord.
Yeah. Just trying not to get too awkward here.
Oh, it will get awkward.
Well, I hope so. But, God damn. I mean. So, I think you had a good point of how we all met. Pretty, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I started riding bulls, and I went to Mitchell Tech and ended up being close enough where we got hooked up with Mr. Moody over here.
Moody Bucking Bulls.
Yeah. Guy who raises them, rides them, does everything with them. Even leaves them in his yard.
Yeah. Inside joke.
How do you feel about that, Gerb?
You don't want to know.
No, I asked you the question because I want to know.
I'm pretty toxic about it.
Toxic.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's how I met you guys, and then you were just hanging out there.
No, Gerb wanted to be a bull rider for a while too.
Yeah, so when I met him, you were just out there already. You weren't riding anymore.
He was retired from the
You had already
days.
retired.
Well, you were. Yeah, I don't think you were ever out there when I was
No, I
there.
never. I've never seen you get on a bull.
Well, yeah, I just came
do
to hang out, and then you know,
Mm-hmm.
Shane brought you over, and that was that
No.
kind of. No, Shane did not.
No, I had started going out there a couple times before, and then you guys got the indoor deal built, and then we come back out. And Shane came with me, I think, because I was going out there. So he was like, "Oh, I'll come back. I'll come out there, or whatever," or something like that. But
Good old Shane.
yeah,
How do you feel about that, Gerb?
I wish he would have came this weekend.
I did too, actually.
that would have been fun.
Shout out to our buddy Shane Anderson.
Shane-o.
Yep, bought a new house, so
Cocksucker. Wrong button. Yeah. Good buddy of ours. Gerb and him kind of have their monthly fight.
Yeah, ups and downs here and there.
But
Tell us a story about that, maybe. Maybe where the rift started.
Wow.
I got this one. Well, we were in Winona at my girlfriend's barrel race, and we had one too many of these, and Gerb kind of had a little shut-eye moment on the lawn chair outside the horse trailer, and
He was just tuckered out.
yeah,
I needed a snoozer.
he had a big day of watching barrel racing, and yeah, he kind of fell asleep on the chair. Well, started with he spilled some of his drink on his lap because he just fell asleep in there at tilt, and so yeah. Well, then Shane's like, "Oh, I should take a video of this and video him dumping more on his lap."
Right,
and,
right. I remember seeing the Snapchat story. So
Gerb pissed his pants or whatever, and so much. And well, then Shane drank all his Pendleton Crown, I don't know, whatever it was, and Gerb had just one drink left. Well, two of our drinks, one of Shane's drinks left,
a whole swaller.
and well, he drank all of it besides enough of a drop, pretty much. And Gerb,
I wasn't happy.
Gerb was
Not a happy camper.
Gerb was
Just wanted
gonna
to have a nice drink when I woke up from my snooze.
Oh, shoot.
Well, but the best part is when he got up, he had to go change his pants right in the middle of the car, or the horse trailer parking lot right in front of his car. And me and Shane are over there just laughing at it because it looks like he pissed his pants, which we'll get to that
He
story.
might have.
He might have. We'll get to that story later, I'm guessing.
Maybe. Never know. I never know where we might end up. That's funny.
But yeah, he was not a happy camper, and
No.
that was their first fight in the marriage, and ever since then they just have their monthly argument, and then a week later they'll be back together. And
Oh, okay. Do you think you're going to get a divorce, or are you guys going to work it out?
I guess I'm not sure. I'll let you know in a while, I guess.
Just taking some time apart. Just,
Yeah.
for sure.
maybe open relationship status right now. I don't know, but
Yikes.
Gerb, do you even know what that means?
No,
You really don't know what that means?
I can't believe with you right now.
So, okay. Well, then how did you two meet? Did you just start going out to his place to get on bulls, or?
So, growing up in Castwood, Castwood's only 700 people.
It's a big town.
Yeah, monstrous town.
Big town.
Just ask Travis. I mean, I brought him to town.
Travis, you think it's a big town, huh? Big town.
So, growing up, we all kind of hunted, and there was about 4 or 5 of us in basically the whole high school that kind of hunted together. So, I got a buddy that lives in Castwood, and his cousins are up from that Wabash Summit area, and it's pretty good hunting up there. And well, they're rodeo guys, they're ropers, and so Seth had a little amateur rodeo up at Veblen, and we went to that, and there was a kid by the name of Tucker Mertens, and he's a pretty good buddy of ours now, and he must have been going to the junior nationals or something of that sort, and so they had like a little, not a fundraiser, but like a little auction thing for him, and he had to get on a bull or whatever, and we're all there with our
And you thought he was
buddy.
pretty cute?
No,
And you're like, man,
no.
I'd like to talk to that guy.
So they gave him just a really good one right around to the left into his hand, and I kind of jokingly said, I was like, I could do that. Well, then my one buddy was like, well, why don't you? And then it was like, all right, I can't just let him get one
now
on
I got to
me.
do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then, Seth was actually Mason's team roping partner was Seth your team roping partner just in
High school?
like middle school too, or
No, I don't think we ever roped together in middle school. We might have my 8th
I didn't even
year.
know you team roped at all, ever.
I'm
Thanks.
Thanks. Under a roper, actually.
so then
I saw that when you were doing your dang, fucking, whatever the fuck you call that.
Butterfly.
The butterflies.
So yeah, then Seth was like, well, why don't you just go to my team roping partner's place, Mason's or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, so I think we got a hold of each other through Snapchat or whatever, and then it just kind of kicked off from there.
It was just fireworks
Yeah, totally.
right from the get.
I guess
I felt bad for him. That's why we're friends.
that's basically pretty much
There's that special needs kid that you always feel bad for, so you try to help him out.
Yep.
Well, it turns out he's not special needs, but
Now you're stuck with him.
now you're stuck with him. Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
He is just so mean. Absolutely, just a meanie.
That's how you got a good friend. You guys
Yeah.
can just kind of
Good dude. So then
throw crap at each other.
we did that for 2 years, and then that's when Jeff came along. Jeff.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. So then how did you guys become traveling partners?
So then, I don't know how they became traveling partners, but then I would usually kind of go with Mason. We went a few places here and there, and we
Like
were going.
you were,
Did we
like
go to
you were
Gil-
getting on too?
No.
was gonna
no,
say.
not anymore.
No.
I was gonna
At
say.
that time, he was going pro.
Ooh.
But then, Jeff, did we go to Gillette? Is that where we first met? Me and you first met?
I'm trying to think.
Or was it
think-
Sheridan?
Well, the first one we ever went to was Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo, yeah.
But
Buffalo.
Mason and I
South
would have started traveling. The first rodeo we went to together was Rapid City and Bismarck, right?
Yeah, and I think I went home for 2 that weekend.
That'll happen.
Yep. And
Been there.
then Buffalo is when we kind of actually started entering together and traveling, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's kind of one of them deals where you enter and. I mean, I was going to go no matter what and looked at the trades list. I'm pretty sure I messaged you because he probably wasn't going to message me, but messaged to him because he lives by us in the rodeo world.
Yeah, for sure. When you're talking about pro rodeo,
Yeah,
that's
hour and a
that's,
half's pretty
that's
close,
close.
so.
That's close. Pro rodeo.
And so I messaged him like, hey, I saw we're up the same in Rapid and Bismarck. You just want to, go together or whatever. And he's like, yeah.
Didn't sound very thrilled.
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
he didn't. Yeah, I don't think.
I'll go with it.
I don't think he's overly thrilled about it, but some 19, 20-year-old punk jumping in with me when I'm 31 at the time,
I was
30,
happy.
and whatever. And so we went to Rapid, and I kind of quit PBRing or whatever and jumped into pro rodeo, and he was. He's my dad, I guess, for the last 3 years. Taught me the ropes pro rodeo.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the better things that happened to me, that's for sure.
Nice. That's awesome. But no, yeah, Jeff, definitely just a very
Monotone guy.
like everything. Just like, I'm hanging out, cool, like don't need nothing. And like there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people, whatever, like I'm sure you get crap all the time with like, no, I don't really drink, like I don't, this and that. Like people give you crap all the time, but as far as us giving you crap, that's just what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I know.
I don't really. It doesn't actually bother me. Like I'm not gonna hold you down and pour something down your throat. But no, I think that's really cool, and I have a lot of respect for that.
Yeah, good dude. He catches a lot of crap. And he's one of the guys that he just takes it and in this year out the other year, and I don't really care. I'm gonna do whatever. Most of us.
Right.
You give me crap, I'm gonna give you crap right back. And just one of them that's like, whatever. And then circuit finals has always kind of been his money hole, I guess.
That's where he lets loose.
Not really let loose. He's always rode well at circuit finals.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
And so we've kind of like in the inner circle of us, circuit guys or whatever. We always tell him that the reason you ride so good at circuit finals because we're all there giving you shit all weekend long, and it just gets him fired up or whatever, and he just goes on and straps and pisses us off even more or whatever. But
Nice.
yeah.
So how did the circuit finals end up this year? Because I saw like you won it, but Justin won it. Like like how does that work and what happened there?
So there's like a year-end circuit winner, and then
Right.
there's the circuit finals.
Which would have been you.
I was the
Year-end.
average. No, I didn't win the year-end this year.
Okay.
Because there's the only rodeos that count for money for the year-end is like rodeos in North Dakota.
In the actual reach. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
And then a few co-approved or whatever. And I I mean, I went to the least number of rodeos possible to make circuit finals. Like, I didn't really circuit rodeo that hard, and I mean, I didn't do overly great at them either, for the most part.
You spent a lot of time in the Northwest, didn't you?
I spent a lot of time everywhere. I feel like, besides the East Coast, we don't go to the East Coast.
Yeah. Screw that. I'm from kind of over that way. Don't go there, especially for bulls. You guys would have you wouldn't even believe it if you saw the operations they had over there.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
The furthest east you guys go is Indianapolis, isn't it?
You went to Florida this year.
Florida, yeah.
Florida's Florida. You know, you can't even go East Coast.
But I haven't really been up northeast much.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. Don't go there.
I've kind of been everywhere. I think I've been to 42 out of the 50 states already, but I've been to Bangor, Maine. You ever been to Maine?
No.
Maine's pretty. I've met
Maine, it does seem cool.
some of the weird things happen rodeoing, but I met some really great people up there and kind of hung out with them kind of in the setting after, because I was there that night after the bull run. We kind of went and hung out with them at their shop or whatever. And somewhere in Massachusetts, all over. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and so that's something because I travel a lot too. Is just like you're saying, you meet good people. You meet great people everywhere you go when you're traveling, and especially when you're rodeoing. It's just the community that you're gonna meet great people from everywhere when you're doing it, and that's something that I really like. And that's kind of why I'm doing this, because I just like talking to people from all their different backgrounds and areas and whatever they do, and I think it's just really cool to get to know people that aren't like me, especially since I kind of threw myself in the middle of a place that is not like where I'm from. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Rodeo, dude, I had never been to one back home. And then right before I turned 18, I was finally watched enough of JB Mooney that I was no, I'm actually going to do it. And I found the only guy in the county that rode bulls. And I think he was in the PBR for a little bit. He had gone to some velocity tour, whatever type of deals. And yeah, talking to him and practiced a little bit, and he really screwed me over by telling me, he lied to me and told me I had talent.
None of us have talent.
Yeah, that's what I was this. And then, so that I did it and stuck doing it now, because I don't know, there's nothing like it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone tells me I got to screw loose, tells Jeff that, which probably do.
Yeah,
but,
so
Maybe a little bit. But
that's part of the fun.
but I think everybody's got to screw loose in their own way. This is our way of,
Exactly.
I mean, everybody's got their one thing that's kind of stupid, and
For sure.
we just got good at doing stupid things, and now we make it a career. I mean, and that's really what it comes down to. I mean,
For sure. I think that's why I like hunting so much. Between bull riding and hunting, is just, I'm an adrenaline junkie. The adrenaline you get killing, a big buck or a nice bull or something is the same thing as riding bulls or whatever to me, I guess. But
yeah, there's some. I'd agree with that. There's, there's some things that bull riding's not at all like hunting, but at the same time, your mind functions the same. When you shoot that animal or whatever, you kind of oh man, what did I just do?
Right. So we're shooting pheasants, and you don't think about the shot you just made, right? You don't actively think about the shooting. It's muscle memory, the same as you practice when you're riding bulls. Is all right. My body knows what to do.
I think it's why I'm better at pheasant hunting than deer hunting, because with pheasant hunting, it jumps up. You just got to.
It's
can't
quick.
think you just got to shoot.
You ain't
Right.
very good at
Yeah.
nothing.
I'm arguing with that.
Yeah,
again.
you made a heck of a shot on that Rudy today.
When it was crossing the road, I was stoned in. That was cool. He was
You
flopping
didn't see the
for
first two I missed, though.
Those don't matter.
They don't count. Didn't see him. Don't admit him. Golly. But
No, there is something though. I mean, but that's everything. I mean, some people that ask me, you got to screw loose when you ride bucking bulls, and I'm like, yeah, but you got to screw loose every time you get in a car. You know, I mean, your odds are probably a lot safer in a car. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, you make one wrong move, or that idiot driving on the other side of the road makes one wrong move, and it's the same. It's just
Right.
I mean, it's probably a little more controlled. Don't get me wrong, but
No, and that's something you got to look at it as simple as like, would you get on a street bike and go 170 down the interstate?
no.
My brother would never get on a bull, but he'll do that. You know what I mean? Like it's just different ways of people, like the different ways they find that adrenaline and things like that. And so it's like something my dad always told me was, if I would ever like say someone was weird, he would just go, we're all like, everyone's weird. Yeah. It's just like, what's weird to you? That's not weird to them. It's just weird to you. So something you do is weird to them. So it's like, just let people be whatever the heck they are. Except being gay. Like if you're gay, it's not okay. Because God doesn't. Because God does not approve.
All right, next subject, please. Let's not get into this because we got lots of things to say, but they don't need recorded here.
Well, I just had to throw that out there. I wasn't being serious. I was just being funny. Yeah.
This bareback ride is pretty good. By the way, we're watching that on far, so.
Well, yeah. Why isn't it on the big screen?
Well, the screencast is screwed up. I got it on the screen right here, which I can see anyway. So
and those two I can't see it, so I'll just take your word for it that the bareback riding is going pretty good.
Yeah.
You let me know when the leaderboard pops up and how they're doing.
I think Jeff Spoke's winning it with an 89.5, if I remember right.
89.5. So they got a rank pin tonight.
Yeah, I think Virgil was out tonight. Or what was that big white horse? I pointed him out. I can't think. It might have been Virgil.
Might have been. I wasn't watching close enough.
Shoot. So, Mr. Gerberding, getting kind of quiet. Like, Jeff's talking more than you right now. And so I got to ask you, how's the love life?
Oh, it's pretty rough.
Castlewood doesn't have a whole lot of options for you.
No, it's a pretty big town, though. Just ask Travis in the back. Monstrous.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on that? If it's a touchy subject, say so. It's fine. But
every subject with Gerb's touchy.
Yeah, it's like he likes to talk, and then we turn this on, and he's just like, "I'm not saying anything." You like don't want to incriminate yourself, or like, what's going on here?
I'm just kind of a quiet duck.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
You don't seem quiet any other time.
Well, you're probably right.
I was gonna say, like, that's why I was like,
there's certain subjects I'll pitch into.
I was like, heck yeah, I'll get Gerb on there. Like that guy will keep a podcast going. Turn it on. Oh, you want me to talk? Oh, sorry. No.
I'll get in on Gerb's love life. You want me to?
No. No, I don't.
Why not?
God, you guys are.
No, that's fine. We'll leave it alone. Let's just go to what do you do for work here?
So we farm a little bit. Got some cows. So between the farming and the cows, keeps us pretty busy.
Yeah.
Work for a guy. It's not family related at all. So.
I mean, it's basically family. You know, I've been here and I've seen it's family.
Yeah.
For, when it comes down to it, and that's why we have this opportunity that we have is because of that. And I mean, super super grateful for that.
No, they're pretty good people. I've been here for 10, 11 years. So
wow.
So yeah, it started out with I've been here since the summer going into my freshman year or whatever. It started out with dogs. My boss used to be a teacher or whatever, so he kind of trained. So his summer gig was training dogs.
What kind of dogs?
Labs mainly. We've done a few pointers or short, pointers.
Those GSPs.
What's that?
Those GSPs.
Yeah.
What do you think of them?
Yeah.
Because I thought about getting one.
They're good. I mean,
So obviously you're probably gonna say lab, but like between a lab and a GSP, like
I mean,
give me like a comparison, like side by side. What do we got?
if you wanted to hunt, like probably down by your area, like it's hot in Texas.
Don't say my area, like, dude. When I'm there, I work for 14 days, and as soon as I'm done working, I'd leave.
Okay, if you want to hunt in hot conditions, your short hair is probably the way to go.
Okay.
But, we're up here. There's guys that probably is 50-50 up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, German short hairs are pretty popular.
Yeah. And there's pros and cons to both.
Okay.
It's just,
let's
I mean,
that's what I want to know, because I want to make a decision and see, like, if it's the right dog for me.
but I'm a bias because I'm going to say lab. So
Well, that's why I said, what are the pros and cons, so that I can make the decision. I didn't ask you which one, because I know you're going to say lab.
well, some of them short hairs I've seen in the past, they could be softer, but so can labs. You'll get a softer one, or I've seen in the past some of them short hairs are late maturers, but then you can get a lab that's a late maturer. So, it's literally a flip of a coin.
So you're telling me it's no difference. You're just trying to sell me on labs.
Pretty much. Yellow ones are the best, though.
Yeller. You want an old yeller.
Old yeller.
Old Abby, huh?
Yep. How'd Abby do today for you?
Well,
she worked really good. She was the best working dog out there, for sure, I'd say.
Sam works, but he just,
Sambo.
Kind of like a girl. Here's how I'd put Sam. Gerb's the girl.
The good Sam.
No,
not the black Sam, right?
Yeah, the good Sam. Sam's the girl that leads the dude around. That's how if Sam went somewhere, Gerb was always right by its side. Where Abby's kind of more like listen to whoever, do whatever. But
I got you.
And it ain't. The funny part is, it ain't even Abby.
It's
Avery.
Avery. But
funny story.
But no, I put it that way. Sam kind of leads Gerb around. It's kind of what it looks like. It don't, but Sam's always by Gerb's side, and Avery's always just all over.
Sam stays with you, doesn't really hunt with anybody else. No. I noticed Avery
will kind of be anybody's.
Right.
Yeah.
And for the most part, she was staying by you, but as soon as she kind of got off and got in front of somebody else, she would kind of, okay, I'm hunting for him now. And I noticed that. But she did dang good. Like, even getting behind you and jumping up birds you walk past and stuff,
Yeah, you get to this late, Jeffy knows too. You really don't hunt much, but Jeffy hunts a little bit. You get late season, they hold tighter. We didn't have much snow, so they really kind of didn't hold tight today.
How many times do we walk past them?
them
behind us?
Yeah,
I
just
can't
walking too fast, and
especially that last piece that we walked today, that CRP, right?
Yeah,
dude, I jumped up like 4 hens, and I was like me to you from them when I finally jumped them up. It was just like they were not getting up for anything.
No,
and the other thing that we kind of struggled with today, we probably didn't get up a third of the birds.
No, it just didn't have enough bodies.
Not enough people there, not enough dogs.
Yep.
To me, they're a stupid animal, but they're smarter, way smarter than I give them credit for. They might run through a gap this far,
I don't know. I want to say that they seem smart because they're too stupid, right? They're too stupid to get up and get out of there, whatever, which I guess makes them smarter, but it's not necessarily, I don't think that they're that smart. They just freeze as fear, and then you walk past them.
We're just giving the birds credit, and you just totally wrecked the bird. If everything was that stupid, why wouldn't we just hunt everything, and then it wouldn't be no fun,
Fine, whatever, man. Freaking Chinese chickens over here. We shouldn't be protecting them the way we do. We gotta just kill them all. Freaking Chinese crap. No.
And what would Jeffy and I have to do during the winter?
I was just trying to be funny, and you guys just are not here for it. You guys just don't want to laugh.
You like a Rudy hunt.
You guys want to laugh all day long, and then I'm like, hey, let's get some of the. Yeah, the birds are pretty smart. A lot of respect for those birds today. After I cussed them out the whole time, told them how dumb they were, this, whatever.
Well, I think what's funny is we all suck at shooting.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
We should have had so many more. I missed so many birds I should have killed.
I didn't miss any.
Shut up.
Me and Jeffy were 100% all day today.
On the ones you killed.
Yep.
Every bird that I killed, one shot.
Holy
Except that last one because it was in the sun, right?
Dude, I didn't kill him.
Oh, you missed that one?
I don't know. I saw him kind of. He went down.
Was that a dying airplane or a bird?
What?
No, that as soon as I got on him, sun right in my eyeball, I just blinded me.
Well, if you would have put your shades on, they might not have been as bad.
Well,
But-
if you were like Gerb, you would have had 10 shots off
Yeah.
already and be trying to reload your gun. Boom, 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 boom. Click, 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 click,
All
click.
right.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, he's a mile away already. I shot 20 shells at him. Did he
Well-
get him, Gerb? I might have nicked him one time, but that's about it.
Yep. Stumbled him. But there was dealing with a couple circumstances there because when he tried to fly the first time, he hit the hot wire and just knocked himself on the ground. So I was like, where's he going now? And then he took off, and then I couldn't shoot at ORT. And I yelled at him, and I was like, shoot him, RT.
I can't see him.
And then I was like, as soon as he got past, I got on him, son. And I just, as I was getting blinded, I shot the first time, and then he was kind of far out, and I hit him the second shot.
Hey,
but
Gerb, you want to know
go.
something funny? So, none of us wore shades all day long, right? Mm-hmm. And it was sun. I mean, it's pretty sunny out.
Earlier on. like the
Anyways,
second half of the day.
let me finish my story, Kenny. We're sitting inside right now, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not, but Kenny is wearing sunglasses right now.
I'm not wearing them.
But they're on your head, and we're inside.
Well, where am I going to put them?
On the table?
By your bag.
My what?
By your bag.
My big?
In your vehicle?
I'm not from Texas, my bag.
I thought you were sounding a little Wisconsinite there, big. But this is
You know what, Hollywood? I don't want to hear about this bag conversation because I hear it from all these people down south telling me that you're not saying it right.
Well, how do they say it?
Beg. Like they're begging for something. Not beg. You know, it has an A.
Right.
They call it beg, like with an E.
Well, that's what I was saying about Wisconsinites. Like, that's how they say it. Is like they're like big, flig.
Well, that's how it's spelled. I mean, I'm not no English teacher.
Is that so? Never would have guessed.
Yeah, me either.
That'd be something. Like English teacher that rides bulls.
So, like,
TJ Schmidt.
so our,
A teacher, I don't know what.
you know, like, we're, you know, us three are from South Dakota, and kind of pheasant hunting is our big thing. Well, not so much Mason. He doesn't hunt much. But, like, what's a big thing over, you know, because you're from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
What's a big, other than the deer hunting, what's a big hunting thing over there? The deer hunting.
Deer, right? The turkeys are, yeah. I mean, turkeys are decent. It depends on where you're at, though. Like, I didn't grow up turkey hunting. But, and I get, like, when my dad was a kid, pheasants were decently big in Ohio. But, well, and then, like, I don't know. I did a whole East River, like the area you guys are in, like East River, South Dakota, is very similar to Ohio. Like, or at least the part that we're from. It's flat. It's farm ground. We don't have as many cattle, and obviously the farm ground, the tracts of land aren't as big because there are some more hills and stuff, and it's just more populated. But what I grew up doing was whitetails. I would trap raccoons and things like that, and shoot squirrels. You guys don't have a whole lot of squirrels out here.
No.
I'll show you. You guys seen the picture of the squirrel?
Like, put the picture of the squirrel like on the video?
I'll have to go through it and see if I'm that good at editing yet, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking
Dude,
about.
my buddy bought, like, when we were in like middle school, we all were just shooting 22s at these squirrels and stuff, right? And whatever. He come over one day and he had bought a 17 HMR, like they were new, like this was like a new thing. And he brings this thing over. It's like a heavy barrel and everything, just like, oh, that thing's so sick. We go out and he shoots the biggest squirrel I've ever seen in my entire. It was longer than his gun. I can't find the picture.
It's a big squirrel.
No. This is a different one than the picture you're thinking of.
Oh, I'm thinking about the one where it's resting on the log.
Yeah, that's a big squirrel. But the one he killed makes that one look pretty small. Like I said, there's a 4x6 picture printed out because at the time I didn't get a cell phone until I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school, and there's a 4x6 printed out picture of it somewhere of him holding this thing, and it's longer than his gun. I mean, from nose to tip of its tail is over 3 feet long, and it had no nuts. It was a male with no nuts. Craziest thing I ever saw.
Are you over there banding squirrels or what?
Yeah, and then I give them a
Tetanus
shot. That way they don't get tetanus, and yeah, it's a nature management program that I started over there in Ohio.
There you go.
Government program, so it pays really well. That's how I, pay for my bull riding hobby is this government program.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
okay.
How about this one, Gerb? Talking about programs. How about this pigeon catching you've been?
Yeah, tell us about that. You really
No,
piqued my
that's
interest
top
when you.
secret. I can't tell
Yeah,
you
you
nothing.
can.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't. That's top secret stuff.
You just ain't much fun, are you?
Nope.
I can't. Travis wanted to shoot all my pigeons out in the silo.
Yeah, I wanted to shoot him too.
Okay, well, money's gonna have to talk, son.
I ain't got much of that.
Sounds like you and Mason both.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, broke people are broke.
No.
When you ride bulls, you usually end up broke. And when you hunt a lot, you end up broke. That's what got me.
See, that's where you went smart. You quit riding bulls and you train dogs to make money.
Yeah. See.
We don't train
Shut up
anymore.
and just listen
Okay,
to me.
all right.
Thank you.
But we don't train anymore. We're done with that.
You're officially done now?
Pretty much, yeah. Just kind of do our own here and there.
But if I was like, hey, buddy, like,
No,
could you.
we're done. Do my own.
Would you do it for me?
Absolutely not. I might do it. I'd do it for Jeff because he's a good person.
Wow.
Really.
What are you saying?
Jeff?
No, about me, Mason and I.
We're not good people. He
You
just
said
said.
we're not good people.
It depends on the day.
On the abs?
Stuttered myself a little bit.
Depends on the day.
Yep.
Ridiculous. So, I mean, if you guys ever want to go on a guided squirrel hunt.
Well, you're not going on a pigeon hunt, let me tell you.
Yeah, because you gotta,
You're not good enough friends.
Not today. Not a good enough person. Son of a gun.
I just took you pheasant hunting. Now you want to get on more hunts?
You're the one that was asking me about all these elk hunts.
I was not. Today.
Today. Who was asking me about elk hunts today? That was
Ethan.
Ethan.
Ethan
was
was.
asking me about them. If he draws a tag and I'm not busy, like, I'll go and I'll help him, but you want to go on an elk hunt too, don't you?
Yeah, we didn't draw nothing this year.
That's what you were texting me about it. I remember I was in the airport getting drunk in Denver. You called me.
Yeah, I wanted.
I almost missed my flight because you were calling me.
No, you didn't.
I almost did.
Where were you going?
I don't remember which way I was going. I was either going to Midland or I was coming back here to Sioux Falls. I think I was going down.
Are you sure?
It doesn't matter. I
I'm
was
definitely
in
the
Denver.
only one that got that.
You guys suck.
I definitely
You guys suck.
I definitely got it.
Golly. Can't make no jokes around here because everybody's just like, yeah.
Mature.
Don't say, you better not say mature. You better not.
All right, I'll take it back.
Hey, how about this one, Gerb?
Can we not do any stories of me?
I wasn't even.
Oh, you want a story?
No.
So today we were sitting here in the lodge or whatever, and turned on Step Bros, and I mean, Step Bros is a good movie. Gerb goes, "What are we watching?" And I'm like, "You've never watched Step Bros?" He's like, "No." And then about 10 minutes later, once he figures out what's going on, he starts laughing at it and thinks it's a half decent movie.
I just can't believe that you never seen it.
I just kind of laughed that they ran the boat into the rocks. That was
What
pretty,
did it. That's what did it for you.
Yeah, that was
Not
pretty
the
good.
licking white dog.
No,
Or
no.
or the dead person faking the dead person.
And like, should we talk about like that last night where we had to realize that the cameraman that I have come out does not know anything about real life at all. He's never seen Step Bros. He doesn't even know what suits of cards are.
Oh,
He doesn't even. I do not understand that at all. Like, the fact that you were so sheltered would make me think that you know more about cards because you were stuck like with no electricity playing cards. Are you sure you're not Amish? Because you are from north of me where the Amish live.
I'm not that far north, but here's what happens. People bring out cards. I just go, oh, I'll watch my entire life. So you guys brought out the cards, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm going to play. And like,
Are you-
last time I played cards was probably 4 or 5 years ago at like the fair, and it was like one game.
Go fish.
I struggled through the whole game.
Jeepers grapes, son.
How about Travis?
How about him?
How about how we got a new nickname last night?
That was pretty funny. That's what I was going to ask you about when we were talking. That's why I said Abby for that dog. He's like, fun fact, Mason Moody cannot remember a name for nothing.
Yeah, so Travis got a nickname last night.
Yep. So
Long story short, don't remember names. He looks like a Travis. I asked him if I could call him Travis, and he's been called Travis all day long.
Yep, ever since 24 hours. 24 hours of Travis.
I think the best part about today, like you told, so it was like what, 38 degrees, 40 degrees today. And Travis was gonna put some coveralls on.
Oh
for
my land!
Like it was negative 20 out.
Gerb, not all of us have as much stored fat as you do to hang up against the winter.
That was uncalled for, but I like it. No, that was shaking my head at this guy all the time. You wanna like him, you wanna love him. I mean, look at him smiling right now. But golly, I just shake your head.
Travis,
We're gonna be
play
walking.
some cards tonight.
What's up?
Play some cards tonight.
We're gonna play some cards tonight. No, you're playing cards. We went through the hassle of teaching you how to play.
All day. I was like, all right, so like this happens, I do it.
Oh
So
my!
I was practicing in my head
All day.
for a good portion of my day. So sorry, sir.
Gee.
This will be interesting.
Single or a double?
Surprise him.
Okay. All right. So, I want to hear each one of you's favorite rodeo story. It doesn't have to be anything long or crazy, or like maybe not favorite, but just like if you got a good one, like hey, like this one's pretty freaking funny.
Don't you even look at me. No, you don't get to say that one. You don't get to say that one. you can think about another one
Why?
because
I have lots.
I'm sure you have a lot.
think of one of you and Jeffy.
My favorite Mason one was where
I know where this is
Where are we
going.
going? We're somewhere in
Missoula.
Missoula somewhere.
Yeah.
And we're driving some pretty woodsy stuff.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, this black bear comes across the road. And Mason just freaks out, just slams on the brakes, looks at me, what do I do? It's like, probably just keep driving.
Well, as long as you don't hit it, you probably can just keep driving.
I've never seen a bear before.
Okay, speaking of like animals we don't see over here, didn't Jeff almost hit a moose with your pickup this year too?
No, that was
Jay-
Woody.
Yeah,
Woody
Jay
hit
would
a
hit a
moose.
moose.
With
Well,
your
we
pickup?
think it was
Yes.
a moose. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It was a moose or an elk.
That's pretty different. Just gonna say that.
Well,
I was
asleep.
I
in
was
the back,
asleep
so
too.
I
All I remember is I was sleeping and pretty soon, ba boom, ba boom, and it's your pickup. So instantly, what just happened? He goes, I hit something. He's like, I think it was a moose or an elk, and I'm like, what? He's like, oh yeah, it was dead already though. I just ran it over. And I was still half asleep.
Right.
Like, I don't, yeah. He's like, well, I did a good job. I at least swerved, so I ran it over with the tires, not like hit it with the middle of the pickup or something. And whatever.
Okay.
And he gets out, he checks, it's all fine. And then about a week later, we go to get the oil changed in the pickup. I probably wasn't even a week later, 3-4 days later. And the guy comes in from the shop. Did you hit something not that long ago? Yeah, why? It reeks under there. There's a ton of dead specks under there. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, we probably
Probably ought
should
to
have.
spray that out.
Yeah. So,
Dang.
Gerb's turn.
My favorite, I would say like no. Oh, right here. Here we go. So Mason was back in 2022. I think we went down to our buddy Wyatt Rogers' place, which is in where did he live? It was in
Durant, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Durant, Oklahoma. Who? Wyatt Rogers.
No. Sorry. How did you say that place?
It's called Durant. It's pronounced Durant.
Everyone calls it Durant, but I don't
It's
know.
Durant.
It's Durant. Anyways, so we were going down there. You got in to go to the
Los Angeles UTV.
no.
Stock show, Fort Worth.
No,
stock.
you couldn't go to that one because
Oh yeah, because
Little Rock.
point system. Yeah, it was Little Rock.
It was
Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas, and we met Wyatt down at his place, picked him up, and we were going to go to the Thursday night
Gotcha.
touring pro at the stockyards, and it was raining.
Yeah.
It was really raining.
Oh,
Really,
It was
rated.
downpour. There was
like there was water coming out of
There
the sky.
was yes, lots. There was probably a foot of water just in the freeway or whatever. I don't know where we were.
Yeah.
But I was driving, and at that time I had never been to Fort Worth, and
Yeah.
I was going to Fort Worth, whether we made it there alive or not. I was going.
Well,
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't make it there if weren't alive, but that's besides the point. But so we got there, whatever, and that. I think Wyatt got like third or second at that, but he couldn't ride because something with the points or whatever. So then we came back to Wyatt's place and then went to Little Rock. That was probably one of my favorite weekends, other than every weekend that I get to go up to circuit finals. That's usually a blast with Chance and all them guys. Good crew.
I have a really, really good story about circuit finals.
no.
go ahead. Oh my god. Oh. Pants. Oh shit! I fucked that up. Poot my pants.
I won't tell that one.
Yeah, you keep that one to yourself.
That's probably my favorite rodeo story.
I can't tell you, but that was my favorite.
I don't know, man. There's so many good ones.
No, that's like I don't even know if I could pick one, and like definitely probably not ones I can say on here.
Well, yeah.
right? Because you got those ones. Like for me, it was really cool. Like in college, like in the summers between, sucked bad, and like I would go to STRAs and stuff, and I was lucky enough to have a buddy that would just like go with me, just so I didn't go alone, and just like having like 2 or 3 rodeos in a weekend and just having a great time. But
Yeah, I don't know. Would be one of my favorites.
we don't have to keep going on that either. I mean, you already.
Well, I have my favorite probably, but I'm not allowed to tell it. Me and Gerb, like me and Jeff have always been pretty business. Like I kind of have my stuff figured out by the time me and Jeff kind of got together. But me and Gerb had some dumb ideas that worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember one time we got this. No, I didn't get this crazy idea. I was rodeoing pretty hard, probably. I don't know about pretty hard, but I've been on tour and stuff. Gerb wanted to go to an open bore riding and an amateur deal, and then go to this pro rodeo because I had to get my circuit count or something. And I was like, fine, but I'm not driving. And at that time, I had a little whatever hatchback car, and it's like, you can drive. I'm freaking sleeping in the back because I was shot. And
Yeah. What was that car you were driving? That little like
that
mom car.
Yeah, that soccer mom car.
Yeah.
You're talking the weekend where we went to
Like
Minnesota, and then we turned around, went to the amateur rodeo in Sioux Falls, and then went to that pro rodeo out in
Oneida.
Yeah. And then who did you get on that weekend? It was that black boy you ran down the fence on you.
One old Sutton bull. Kind of looked like chicken on the chain, but I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, I think I know where we were.
Because then Jeffy, the next weekend, he drew him in Aberdeen. I think he fell off like 4 seconds.
I did strap that weekend. I didn't have to drive though, so that was kind of nice.
I drove. Well, I think
I drove some, but
I think he drove to the Minnesota one. But other than that, no, we rode your folks to Minnesota that weekend.
they all run together.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing. It's like every year just gets quicker and quicker and quicker. It's like another year just faster and faster. Faster and faster.
Body hurts a little more.
So what are your goals and plans with the bull riding there, Jeff?
That's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. I'd like to keep. I don't know if I'm gonna go just super hard this next year, but I'd like to circuit rodeo again.
Yep.
Circuit finals and go that route more this year. It's kind of what I'm thinking, but we'll see.
Just focus on the circuit more than anything.
See what God has planned, but right now it's kind of what I'm thinking.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, Lord willing, right?
For sure.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, you told me yesterday, Mason, that you just want to go to the NFR and then make a PBR finals, and then you've done all you wanted to do.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it for you, huh? Like that's your goals.
That's the goals.
Just make it to the finals.
I mean, that's I mean, you think about it your whole life, and I've always, to win a world title on either side is pretty much luck. I mean.
Right.
It's not luck. You got to be great to get there, but the stars got to align the whole year. Sure. Injuries. Just like this year, should probably be at the NFR right now. Sat out 2 months, didn't make the NFR. But also, got hurt for a reason. That's what you got to tell yourself, anyways.
Right.
Or whatever. But it's a drooling year. It sucks. Yeah. He sat out the end of it because of injury. I sat out for 2 months, and then good time of the year. It wasn't the worst time of the year to sit out, but still missing 2 months takes a lot of money out of your world standings or whatever.
For sure.
That's mindset that I've always had. You make that a foreign PBR World Finals, you're probably one of the baddest cats. It's just world titles don't matter. I didn't tell you something. JB Mooney's probably the only guy, and Lane Frost are the only 2 guys that anyone will ever remember. Unless you're a really good
yeah.
fan, though. I mean, like,
Yeah, and unless you're into it, yeah, you're gonna remember. Oh, this guy and this guy and this guy. But as far as non-fans,
they don't care.
JB Mooney and Lane Frost are definitely like
Yeah.
the only two that I guess would come to mind as far as like people that don't know and still know.
Yeah. And I don't want to be, I don't know. I don't want to be a celebrity. You know, I'm just a little homeboy from Lesher, South Dakota. That's way smaller than the big city of Castlewood. but
But still got 2 bars.
Yeah, it's got bar and a half.
Bar and a half.
But I mean, that's my mindset is.
Yeah. And that's something like just as far as like doing this podcast too for me and like going this route is like I've been very conflicted with if I even want that kind of attention and that like to be successful in it, like the stuff it brings, I've kind of questioned myself and almost not done it just because I'm like, do I even want that? It's like, okay, like there's something about being known and it's like, okay, you want that, but then like when you really think about it, you're just like,
everybody wants it, but at the end of the day, do you really want to put up with the crap that you get dealt with? I mean, you look at all the good, anybody that's good. That's something I've really learned the last year is you get good at something, you have haters. And like, I'm not saying I'm a perfect human because Lord knows I'm not, but.
And nobody is.
No, but like, I would say I'm a pretty genuinely good guy. I mean.
Right.
I don't, shut up, Gerb. Not to you, but we're friends. But like, there's people that I've known a long time that, you know, you get good at something and then they're kind of like, you know, he didn't deserve that. He didn't, you know, and it's like, I don't really care. Like, I don't live my life from what you say, obviously.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't have to put up with this if I just went home and farmed, you know?
Right, yeah. And dude, that's something where like, I feel really weird and like, I don't know. It's just like really awkward for me where I go like I know you and whatever, like, but we're never like close friends or nothing. Like we never hung out or whatever. But it's like there's something about like I never was like I was always like I know that guy that was always really cool to me. It's like I know him, like I practice out at his place and this and that whatever, and just it's weird to think that people. Like, why do you want to bring someone down? It don't make any sense. Don't make any sense.
But we're all probably guilty of it. I mean,
that's true. No.
You know,
I'm just gonna put my foot in my mouth.
But you know, I mean, that's human. I mean, I'm not talking crap on anybody. But I mean,
just kind of for no reason say Josh Frost was a fraud last night watching the NFR. So for no reason, just saying like.
I don't know. I mean, that's just everybody, though, you know? Except Gerb. Gerb's a great human.
He's just
He's
perfect.
never mad at no one.
Nope.
Never, I mean, just perfect.
He's really good at giving advice, too. You know?
Especially about girls.
About girls, I mean, about cleaning your yard, anything you need advice on. This guy, what equipment you need to buy, he will let you know.
No, he won't let you know. He'll tell you exactly what you need, how to do it, and how long of wire you need to shut that gate.
He literally at his house.
It's plenty long.
It is not plenty long.
I mean...
It is just ridiculously short. He's got it wired.
You should be good with small things.
I'm just done with you. You can't win them all, Kenny. You can't win them all.
You got to try, though.
I did. It didn't get me anywhere.
Oh, shoot. So I heard you're getting into cat ranching.
Yeah.
Getting into cat ranching. How many head you got now?
Oh, there's probably about a good 35. No, maybe not that many. I bet
25?
25 cats run around that place.
That's ridiculous.
That's why I don't feed them by the dog food bag. I feed them by what's available at the time.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
Gerb will tell this story, I bet.
I don't even need to tell that. He kept my story aside. I'll keep this one aside.
There ain't nothing wrong with this. I mean,
Yeah, there is.
These two went back and forth over and over about a bull carcass that they left in the yard because he's feeding the cats with it, trying to save on a cat food bill.
It is just in the middle of the yard, in the way.
You come to my house once a month. You don't need to tell me what's in the way and not in the way.
Yeah, like he was just saying, he don't live his life for you.
Do you literally remember the times that I literally would just come to your house about
Every weekend?
Yes, 6 times a month.
Yeah.
Did he just invite himself over and you
Yes.
just stuck with him?
Absolutely.
But sometimes
be
that's
one-
a good thing. And see, like it turns out good, right?
But I'm the type, when I get done, and I'm thankful, at the farm, I have basically weekends off. So they're like, I would say a year ago, like as soon as Friday got done with, I'd get in my car and I'd go to Mason's house.
Yeah.
Just about 10 months out of the year.
Dang.
When he,
I was gonna
obviously
say,
when he
he's
was
home that much.
well,
Sounds like he's
now
kinda
he's
gone a
not.
lot.
Now he's not anymore because he was pro rodeoing at the time. But at the time he was PBRing, so he was around a lot more back then. I kind of miss it.
So you're around a lot more when you're PBRing because they just fly you out to deals?
They don't fly you nowhere, let me tell you.
For real?
For real.
Spill the tea, sis.
You pay for everything you do, let me tell you. If you're not
Really?
winning money, it gets hard fast.
Oh, crap.
I've spent a lot of money on hotels, entry fees, flights, gas, food.
Food. Dang. You would think they would, with a production like that, they would try to help with that kind of stuff, but at the same time, you're trying to make it big and make money, so I guess you gotta spend some to make some there, huh?
Yeah.
That's
I'm
just the-
one of the biggest gamblers ever.
I mean, that's the truth. You're gambling with your money and your life, Your
I
health.
mean, yeah, but
your health, right?
I meant money. I'm addicted to gambling. Not
Yeah.
at casinos, but I bet I've gambled $70,000 this year just to make money on myself. I mean, you're betting
with
on
like expenses and entry fees
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah, yeah, that's true. But betting on yourself,
Yeah, I mean it ain't 100% gambling, but I mean it is gambling. I mean,
Well, it's gambling, but it's not if you put in the work.
you got
a safe bet.
This
right?
isn't like going to Vegas and knowing it's rigged for you to lose. I mean, ask Gerby how rolling dice goes every time I come to the shop. He loses lots of money and sometimes shirts.
Good thing we were only placing bets on with dimes last night.
Right, that would have got pretty wild if we had actually started.
Last year he was up to $100 bills at one time.
Jeepers crepes, son.
And then I lost my shirt. It was a nice shirt. It was a nice pheasant hunting shirt, and I
Oh yeah.
got a little too silly, and
Oh yeah. Got a little silly. Huh?
yeah, a lot of silly.
Speaking of shirts, I do have to tell this one story. I think it's really funny. This was the only bull I covered at a college rodeo. I got second in North Platte, Nebraska. So I went out to the bar, and you've always been pretty good at it, so you don't have this switch moment where like, oh, people think, oh, you actually ride one. I get to the bar and like 3 girls were like, oh my God, are you Kenny Stoller? And I was just like, shut up, leave me alone. I didn't want to, I was like, not doing that. And I was actually talking to Tatum.
Gary,
Oh, Tatum Carey.
one of Gerb's 10 girlfriends.
She's
She's really pretty.
yes, she is. And
She's very
Mason and I and her were pretty good friends. She's from Huron, which
Huron.
is
Yep.
only an hour 15 for me, and 45 minutes for you.
Yeah, half
So
hour.
she's
I
pretty
was
close.
at 45 minutes. Yeah, he's pretty close.
We kind of grew up not together, but like she was
When you're-
always
when you're high school
rodeoing. Yeah,
rodeoing
I
and
mean,
stuff, you're gonna
when
know.
I was 9, she's like 10 and 4-H rodeo together, and I've kind of always been in the same circle or whatever, and so I know her pretty well. Or
But
whatever.
like, so she was, I think the first one that was like, "Are you Kenny Staller?" And I was like, "Yeah, you must be Tatum." And she was like, "Oh my God, you know my name?" I hope she listens to this.
She definitely did not say that to you.
No, she did.
Should I ask her
promise.
right now?
You can't. She might not remember, but I promise you.
she might not.
Yeah,
remember.
of course she
I
did.
promise. Ask her. I want to know.
Hopefully,
if she
Connor
remembers.
Joe don't listen to this.
There was there was nothing. It was just like, and I was like, "Oh, you must be Tatum," and she was like, "Oh, you know my name," and in my mind, I just went, "When your assistant coach has a hot daughter, you know, right?" I was just like,
Her dad's just
Yeah,
okay.
"Sorry, Blaine," but like that was it. Whatever. So like, I was just like talking to her, like whatever. And then this girl comes up behind me, and she's like taps on my shoulder, and she's like, I'm like, "Hey," and she's like, "It's Taylor," and I was like, "Oh, you're that psycho that like got with our bareback rider," and she's like, "Yeah," and then like I can't even tell you like the stuff she was saying. It was ridiculous, and I was like, "Leave me alone," like whatever. So then I'm wearing this shirt. It says, it looks like Dunkin' Donuts, but it says Doing Donuts. And I'm walking through the bar or whatever, and this girl like was like, "Oh, I like your shirt or whatever," and like wanted to wear it. And I was just like, "No, this is my favorite shirt. You're not wearing it." And my buddy slaps the crap out of me. And goes, "Dude, she was gonna take her shirt off." I didn't know who the girl was, and I was just talking to him about this last week. Pretty sure it was Misa Ham.
Mesa ham.
Mesa.
I don't think.
Maze. It's amazing. And I was like, "Dang, missed that one." And he said, "Dude, she was gonna take her shirt off." And I went, "I don't care. I love this shirt." And then
Literally,
I
it'd be something I would do.
Yes,
And
that
then-
would be.
100%.
And then I lost the shirt like the next week. Heartbroken. Can't find them anymore. Anywho, the whole losing your shirt reminded me of that.
Yeah.
So.
It was a really nice pheasant hunting shirt. I was bound
The
and
best part.
determined.
The best part was
I could find the picture. Literally.
no.
You had to take a picture of it
Oh
before you
yes,
gave it to me.
I'm shirtless and he's got my shirt on. It's
And
like
it's
a
way
large,
too tight for him, so he's
it's
like,
a large.
So
and
he's
throwing
wearing it,
on.
and it's like he's walking around like this. But the best part is, so he's standing right here, way too silly, and the guy that wins his shirt, because they're rolling for more money or whatever, and the guy just sits here and just starts playing with these cities when they're playing dice. I mean, just egging him on every time about his shirt.
I hope you can figure out the editing thing. I'll send you that picture and see if you can
So
pop
we can
it
be
up.
like,
Yeah,
100%.
like see
I
if
gotta
you can put it in like the corner of the video or something.
I'll just put it over and just leave audio. I should be able to do that. I should be able to do that pretty easy.
Yeah, it was
I
a
hope I
terrible
can, I
night.
hope I can figure it.
It was a great night.
I'll pay somebody. I know a couple guys that can edit if I need to, but yeah, we'll do that.
I thought you got a cameraman for a reason.
I've
He
lost.
couldn't even know the suit of card. You think he's gonna know how to edit videos like
He
that?
told me he could.
What? No suit of card?
No, you told me you could edit a little bit.
Hey, he might be like, like Step Bros interview. That might have been the interview session that you two had going on.
Yeah. There was no interview. He was the only volunteer.
Free labor at its finest.
It's like, I just threw it out there, posted, just like, this guy bit, and I said, "Got him. Yep, got him."
Ding.
Look at this.
That's the one you're
dummy.
supposed to throw back in the water and be like, "God dang."
Freaking carp always snagging my line. Another freaking bullhead. Throw her back. Throw that thing on the bank. Oh, shoot. Shoot.
So I've known you guys for quite a while, but I don't think I've ever asked you. Yeah, I don't think I've ever asked you. What is by far? I know you said which area was the best to go to. You guys always, every time you go out to the Northwest, you go to that golf course with the rainfall and the.
Yep.
Rainfall or waterfall?
Waterfall.
Where is that? It's in Idaho, right?
Twin Falls, Idaho.
Yep. You go to that golf course every time.
Yep. Jeff loves golfing too.
Do you really?
No, he fucking hates it. Beep.
I was getting a little bit better last year.
He was.
Normally, yeah, I hated it.
Normally I hate
He did get pretty good at PlayStation golf. Like
Really?
we have a lot of doing nothing time,
Uh-huh.
and so we throw the PlayStation in to kill time or whatever. And we started the summer, and it was Jeff mad every night because I whooped his butt in golf. And by the end of the year, he might have beat me a couple times, probably.
It's not fair. So, like on the PGA game, he picks Tiger Woods every time. And
I do not.
No, Jeff
Jeff
does.
does.
And
Jeff-
we're stuck
I'm not
with
Tiger
people
Woods.
like Steph Curry and John Cena. Literally. Not even lying. Where was it? We were in
I
college.
was
John
John
around
Daly?
about every time.
John
We're at in Colorado Springs for the what?
NFR Open.
NFR Open.
Right.
Jeff and I played golf the whole time.
Yeah.
And Jeff literally killed me every time because he was Tiger Woods and I was left to like John Cena.
So this is how it
John
goes.
Daly's or anything in there? for you to
No,
pick?
no John Daly's at all.
Here's the thing about Tiger Woods. He can outdrive you a country mile,
Except John Cena.
except John Cena, but everything else about John Cena
Yeah,
sucks. So you
trash.
don't use John Cena. But he outdrives you by a country mile. So then he's using a freaking 7-8 iron, and I'm using a hybrid off the deck. And so he can control where the ball lands on the
Right.
like green or whatever. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna bounce here and then roll out another, 50 yards and
Right.
hopefully get it close to the pin. Not Jeff. He can, he's close enough after
Right.
his long drive. He just sticks it by it, and then he's got a 10-foot putt, and I got a 30-foot putt that's running 3 different ways, and then I still make it, and he misses, and then he's peed off at me that you cheated. No, I didn't, Jeff. I just played a little bit.
I got better at putting though as the year went on.
I will say Jeff's true golf game did get a lot better. We do play quite a bit of golf.
We need to go play around.
Oh, I'm down.
I'd play some golf.
We need to go play around. Who should we get together for that?
Not me, because I am not a golfer.
No. Oh, one of my favorite rodeo stories. Here we go. I don't even know if this is really rodeo stories, but me and Gerb.
Is this? Oh, we can get you this picture too.
So I wasn't no golfer back then, but
Right. You never really struck me as a golfer, by the way.
This is a video, though. It's a video. Are you talking my shirt?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's fine,
so
that's
anyways,
fine. I'll
we
figure
might
out how
have.
to do
I don't
it.
know if I just came over here or Clear Lakes Rodeo, maybe.
No, we were in Huron. It was a high school rodeo. Seth, it was.
Oh, yeah?
You, Seth, me, and I think Tate, Seth's brother, and Seth. And it was you and
I don't
Tate,
know,
or
but it
whatever.
don't matter.
We went golfing at Huron.
And
Well, I knew we were gonna go golfing, so I had to bring out some retro stuff.
Okay, what you got?
Oh,
I mean, you want to know about bikini shorts for men?
The Hoochie Daddies.
The Hoochie Daddies and a basketball jersey that's
from like 1980,
and it was for a skinny person, not Gerb person.
I looked really good in it. My shorts were like Daisy Dukes.
I'm sure I saw it on somebody's story, but I
100%
don't
you
remember
did.
it.
I don't know if he would have been around because I wasn't very old at all yet.
Shane was with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shane was with
you've
us.
probably seen it. Yeah.
I know Shane was with us. I just can't.
And then he's a lefty.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're a
remember the
lefty?
one
I'm a
time?
lefty.
Remember the one time we went with Wade and Jeff, and I had to use
At
your sister's clubs that were
clubs.
half my size.
Wade was Cripple was my partner. Wade was.
And I had Jeff as my partner, which
So
is worse.
we both had cripples.
Oh, come on now.
Jeff was not good at golf at all at this time.
No.
And
And neither was I. I'm terrible.
Like I said, I'm either like on okay or I'm just like 10 strokes a hole.
I don't know.
Actually, okay, so back to my never got to ask you. What is by
Never
far, and Jeff's been around the world twice, what is by far the best rodeo to attend
Oh, so
that
I
you've attended?
See, I told you, you went through my notebook
Well-
and you ruined the whole show by taking my questions, and now you just hijacked it, and now it's the Gerb show.
Wow. I'm just trying to get.
Yeah, I'm just
Welcome to Gerb's life. No,
Just
I don't know.
that's a-
Calgary. I went to Calgary this year. That
Yeah.
rodeo's. The one thing I'll say about Calgary, I had such high expectations going into it.
kind of let you down, huh?
Kind of let you down, but at the end of the day, like when you got left, you're like, man, that's still bad.
Like, yeah.
Ogden, Utah might be my favorite place to go.
Really?
Never stayed on a bull there,
No crap.
but
As far as the prettiest rodeo, I'd probably say
not even the prettiest
Ogden.
rodeo in
It's
my
cool.
opinion.
Well, it's just
There's
like
no.
Go ahead.
There's this little creek that runs right through our parking lot. Like,
Yeah.
and literally this year, I was like, we get to Ogden, and within 3 minutes, I'm in this little creek, just sitting there, enjoying it. Because I mean, it's usually pretty nice there. I mean, it's not like 110 degrees. I mean, it's 85 or whatever,
Right.
sun shining. But yeah, Ogden. I like Ogden just because of that. Never done well there. I don't know, Sandpoint, Idaho. Prettiest place I've probably ever rode.
Oh,
like
prettiest.
the arena was literally on the edge of the mountains.
there. You don't have one that was just kind of like you got there and like you just had like something about it, like with like it being pretty or something
Sandpoint,
about
Idaho.
it where it was just like it made you just feel good and you were like, wow, this is just like you just had a feeling to that rodeo that just was like above the rest.
No, probably not.
You're just like, I'm here to do my job. Which one I get?
Usually I know which one I have before we go do it. If I don't like it, it might turn out. Jeff. No, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of places you go. There's some that you kind of dread going to. There's some that you like going to.
Did you ever do Cheyenne?
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of Cheyenne.
Really? Why is that?
Don't pay very well anymore.
Really?
I got on 2 rematches this year.
You did get Nighthawk twice, didn't you?
Yeah, there's about 3. We'll go to worst bulls, in my opinion. Gerb probably knows.
I know one of them for sure.
You know 2. So I got this year, just this year, over the 4th, I got Nighthawk and Mandan. And he's not fun. Anyways, bucks me off. I actually started him pretty good in Mandan. Like, for a lefty, I rode him pretty
Yeah.
good for a lefty.
He just cranks it back to the right or what?
Yeah, undesirable to the right. Built like a 2x4. If you could figure out how to squeeze your butthole really, really tight, probably could stay on. Anyway, so 2 weeks later, we go to Cheyenne, and what do I got? Nighthawk. And it's Cheyenne, so you don't turn out. Like, my name's, it's Cheyenne. You don't turn out, so I go get on Nighthawk. And then
Was he any better?
No, he's no better. And I didn't squeeze my butthole any tighter that day because I fell off faster.
Yep.
And old preacher's kid was probably
Preacher's kid.
Yeah, you got on him in
Ridgedale.
in 23. We looked it up last night.
He was undesirable. He's undesirable in my opinion. I don't know about third worst bull I've been on.
Yeah.
Them are the 2
Whoa,
that
whoa.
go for it.
What about Top Dollar?
No, he's not a bad bull. He just made me. Actually,
He made a fool out of you.
He makes a fool out of a lot of people, but he's not really. He's just built.
It's not because he's like there's something dirty about him and that just like is like annoying or whatever. It's just like if it's a good bowl, it makes you look dumb.
You would know if you didn't get on Black Steve every time.
I got on that Red Bull that one time, that Hereford.
You even stayed on that one.
I did.
I've seen a lot of rank Herefords. I've seen a lot of them. Shoot.
Jeffy, what's your worst 3?
I don't even know what I'd pick for that. Like, I'd have to agree with you on Nighthawk. I've never been on him, but just watching him.
Seeing him.
Son of a...
I don't know who else I'd even put on that list.
Well, what was your what is like your favorite rodeos? Like felt the best and like just had the best vibes or anything like that?
For me, that was Cheyenne.
You like Cheyenne, you really dug it.
I liked the
him?
vibe in Cheyenne.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
That's as far as like
He loves Denver.
Like Denver Stock Show and stuff? Or is that what it is?
Yeah. I do not like Denver.
I don't like the city, but I've never been to the stock show and rodeo or nothing.
Gerb likes the person that we stay with at Denver, too.
His name is actually Travis.
Travis, what are you doing in Denver?
No, I don't know. There's a lot of good rodeos, but there's some that...
No,
there's some like that aren't even bad. Like, Denver's not a bad rodeo. It's just... I've always stayed on a bull in Denver. I've never made the short round and never pulled a check. And it's like...
Weird.
Yeah, it's like one of them where it's like just not your rodeo.
Right.
And then there's some rodeos you go to where like you don't even have to look at your draw. You know you're going to draw good and you know you're going to do well type deal. You know, like there's some of them that
there's
are
just
like your
something
little...
about that place.
They're your little money hole kind of rodeo.
Uh-huh.
And some of them are just not your rodeos.
For sure. For sure. What are they on right now?
Saddle Bronc.
They're on the Saddle Brown?
Yep.
Dang.
We're not to the bull riding yet.
Not to the bow ride. Not to the bow ride.
We've gone through the bad 3. What are the best 3?
That I got on, or
Your number one better be your Circa finals.
Rock and Roll Fantasy?
You better believe it. He's got to be number 1.
No, I don't know if I'd call him number 1, but he'd be probably top 3. I won a lot of money on that bull. Honestly, Dozy Down's probably my favorite bull ride in general. Not correct, not at all. Dog fight, but stayed on.
Space Unicorn.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of good bull rides you kind of forget about.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of my first best bull rides.
I can't forget about mine.
Was it your only one?
2.
Did you stay on the Hereford at his place too? Or did I retire him?
Not the first time.
I don't know.
Do you remember that?
No.
Golly. Well, you know what? Jimmy Nicholas, I love the guy, but he did not coach us for nothing.
Yeah, your best coach was Mason Moody.
It was.
And he's not a very good coach.
I don't know. I like to pick your brain a little bit more now about stuff, but I don't want to. I also like it's that weird like. I feel weird asking you questions like that. I'm like,
my hardest thing is like, like when teaching kids and stuff. Like, I have it so complex. Like it's so simple, but it's so complex in my mind. And like, them kids ask me, you know, what am I doing wrong? And I'm like, everything. I don't know.
Right.
Like.
I get what you're saying. It's hard to get back down to that base level to try to help them get started.
Yeah, because like and I've told my dad like you're better off teaching these young kids because like I don't know how to tell it in stupid simple forms. Like I know what I'm doing wrong because you know like every time I get bucked off, I have it. I mean I pretty much know before I watch a video I know what I did wrong, but it's like them same 3 things pretty much over and over and over. Where like for them it's like. You need to lift and keep your back straight, and where for me it's it's so much more in depth. Which and like at the same time like
the basics are always there.
Yeah. I think you got your basics, but everybody's got kind of their own style and what works for them.
Exactly.
when it comes down to it, it's still getting forward and
Still
getting his
lifting.
back. So that's what I try
Yeah.
to just focus on those things, and
sure.
you know, they kind of figure it out from there. But
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, yeah, those are your basics that you gotta
You gotta try to
build off of. But
and so and that's something I was always kind of curious about too. Is like, did you ever go to any type of like bull riding school or like how did you kind of get into it? Because me, like I never went to any school or anything, and I really did it the wrong way. I started at like basically 18, and I just started kind of getting on, and then I had Jimmy. I got on a couple, and then I went to Mitchell, and I had Jimmy as a coach where we didn't have practice pins. We didn't do anything. He had a drop barrel, but he didn't really teach me. He gave me a Gary LeFew DVD, and that was it.
I don't know. I mean, like, I had just some, like, my uncle rode bulls in high school, and
Okay.
I was fortunate enough to, like, I mean, I was getting on calves when I was 6 years old, 7 years old, and, like, he knew the basics or whatever.
Right.
So, like, I mean, I pretty much learned the hard way, too, though. Like, a whole different level of learning the hard way. I
Right.
mean, and then as I got older, we kind of found better teachers for me to,
Right.
you know. And then, like, when I was 15, I started going to some, like, that Bothwell school and had some really good instructors. And that's one that, you know, to be honest, Joby Drayden, do you remember Joby?
I know Joby very well.
Joby's not a good instructor whatsoever.
Yeah.
But for me, was a great instructor. Like, he's kind of like where I'm at.
Gotcha.
Like, I was the
Goes
elite
deep.
level when I was 15, you know, for South Dakota. Like, there was 3 of us that were on. I mean,
You were tapped off at
Yeah.
that. I mean, you were
like, I was not your average 15-year-old in a way. I mean, I'm not trying to say that I'm.
No, I don't disagree. So I don't take it
And
that
so,
way.
like, Joby could take me to the side and start really breaking things down, and you know, them little things that, and just like confidence. And like, Joby will still text me once in a while and just kind of be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, or if I'm having a mental struggle or something, I'll text him and just sometimes bullshitting with some of them guys really, you know, just brings you back down to that.
For sure.
All you gotta do is keep your chin tucked and you have a shot, stay on at
Right.
my level, you know, where, you know, but Joby wasn't good at teaching them kids really how to,
Right.
you know, get better or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes it just takes that guy to just like smack you in the face and go, "Shut up!" Like,
yeah,
you know what you're doing. You know what you need to do. Go do it. And I'm like, whatever. Like, that's kind of where I was coming back this summer. I was like trying to get back into it, and I wasn't really riding very good. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. Like, maybe I should just stay out. And then I was I was going to a practice pin or something, and I called my buddy, and he was like, "Dude, since college, you've been doing the same thing. Like, you don't have any fight. You just sit there and you let the bull do everything. And you're not taking the fight to him. Like, whatever. Like, you got to decide right now. Like, do you want to freaking ride bulls or not?" And literally, like, that night, I showed up to that practice pin, and granted, their bulls were trash. Like, they were jump kickers, terrible. And so I got on the first one and like stopped bucking and everything, just a jump kicker. And I was like, I looked at him and I said, "Give me the rankest one you have, knowing it's not even going to be that bad." And I got on that one, and it was just a real flat spinner. And I've never done any good on anything that spins really fast. Like, if it like turns back, whatever, I can get around. But like, if it's spinning fast, usually I'm out of there. And I just like put the hammer down on him and was like, I'm back in. And like, that's what it takes sometimes, is just having that somebody that you know, somebody that you trust, and just being like smacking you in the face and going, "Dude, go do it. You know what you're doing, just go do it.
yeah, Charlie's awesome.
Get out of your head."
Like, Joby's that guy, like text once a year, you know. But Charlie's us is my guy that, like, I have him pinned at the top of my text message. The only person pinned up there. But like, sometimes he'll just middle of summer send me a text like, just, go do you or whatever. And then that's the person, and then that text is always right there, and sometimes that's all you need is that, like me and Jeff, we're stuck in a rig all the time. And I mean, you try to be positive to each other, but you can only do so much when you're together all the time.
Right.
Where like that guy is kind of that guy that like what you were saying there, like it's that guy that you call and he's like, dude, it's just you. Like, you know how to do it. You just got to believe in yourself. And, like, I believe in you. And he was good enough that you trust him,
Right.
And where, yeah, I mean, and, like, I'm not bashing you at all. Like, I'm not saying
I
that.
100% agree.
But, like, I mean, you listen to each other tell you the same stupid slang every day, trying to get them pumped up. And, well, it don't work after so long. You need that guy that's just, like, yeah, bro, you know what you're doing. Go do it,
Just need that smack in the face, or like, I totally forgot what I was gonna say right there. Totally forgot that. Sorry.
Yeah, Gerb, how's the love life going again? Should we ask Jeffy how his love life's going?
It's better than mine.
Oh yeah.
I got some good friends that really have a good love life too.
Coaches don't play.
Bingo.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Sorry, it's delayed and whatever. But it's like, especially when I'm thinking about my friends, and like, I really, especially because my buddy wrestles for SDSU and everything, and he All-American last year and everything, and it's just like, the kid can wrestle good, and he loses dumb matches that he shouldn't lose and things like that. And it's just like, if you had the confidence in yourself that I have in him, or like people that support it, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, or like, even if you had the confidence in yourself that you have in other people, right? If you just have to think about it like that, where it's like, you look at your buddy and you're like, dude, you can ride that thing. Like, you can do that, or whatever it is. It's like, if you have that confidence in yourself, game changer. As humans, I guess, we just have this tendency to have so much more confidence and faith in other people than ourselves, that if you just really trust yourself, probably be a lot better off most of the time. Sorry. ADHD gets to a guy. I didn't even know I had it for a long time. Would you think I have it? You don't think I have it, do you?
No.
No?
No.
You wouldn't think that?
I don't even know what it means, to be honest. So.
I
think he has it. He's shaking his leg. Isn't that a thing, ADHD?
Yeah, I'm actually, I have it.
Diagnosed?
I used to take Adderall and stuff.
Dude, do you
triplet.
still have a prescription?
Yeah. I do. I was a stockpile of it, but I haven't taken it in probably 3 years now.
Well, you should probably throw it away.
Wink, wink. Kenny,
When I started going to college and stuff, I was like, maybe I'll try it. But
doesn't Adderall make you hyper?
No. It like helps you focus.
It's
It's basically meth.
if you take it, it'll act completely different, right?
So, well, no. So I've never done like any drugs in my life, ever. I've taken Adderall a couple times, and the one time I took it was literally like during college. I had to go to work, and it was just to get rid of a hangover. And then I took it a couple times riding bulls to see if it would help me focus. I feel no different. It has zero effect on me, and so I was just like, well, that's a waste of time. What's up?
like, if you're neurotypical or whatever they call it, I was talking to a guy who used to haul bulls. He's like,
If you're gonna like tell a story, you better get on the
all
microphone.
right, so
because-
he basically said, he's like, if you give somebody Adderall, he's like, if they're like a normal person, he's like, if you give it to them, they're gonna be amped up. They're not gonna be able to sleep. Like they can haul bulls as long as they want. He's like, if they have ADHD, he's like, you give them that, they're cooked. They're gonna be sleepy. He's like, it just calms them down, and like they just lose their just their spidey senses. So like basically, that you probably have ADHD just off of that.
Anyways, what we're getting at is we're drug dealers here at the Kenny Cast. So if you want some Adderall, we got lots of it stacked up.
We got a stockpile.
If I were you, I'd probably edit that out.
Why?
God, you're a knucklehead.
What? Edit that out? That's obviously comedy.
No, this is serious talk.
This is a comedy show.
The only person serious here is Jeff.
He's been pretty serious this whole time too, though. Look at him right now, arms crossed. He just wants to. He doesn't even want to be here.
He just don't want me to grab his titties and make him mad.
That too.
Oh shoot. Okay, I want an honest opinion from you guys.
No.
Okay, well, he doesn't like it. I went out on a limb and I got that light-colored grizzly felt hat. What do you guys think of it?
I'll just turn my mic around.
That bad, huh?
Why couldn't you just get a normal one?
Well, I don't know. I like being different. And I was just like, I kind of wanted to get a light color hat, and then I was just, the autistic side of me was just kind of like, well, that one's fuzzy, you know what I'm saying?
Do you snuggle with it at night too, or what?
No, I don't, but sometimes you can just sit and pet it.
See, I would start picking all that stuff.
See, and that's something that I didn't realize until after I got it, and I haven't had it very long. It's these things get dirty very fast. They collect dirt and crap. So it was just a test run, it's a trial, see if we liked it, and I guess everybody hates it.
How about what number of X is it? Because in my opinion, might change.
It's a 15X.
My opinion didn't change.
When would it have changed?
200.
No, you start getting in the 50s, and then.
Well, I wasn't gonna get a 50X when I was just experimenting. You know what I mean?
Gerb would.
Well, and then I probably wouldn't go that high on a hat anyway.
Me either.
I don't think I would ever go. Because it's just a freaking hat, you know?
They were free. Otherwise, I would
know.
not get them that high. I'm a $5 cowboy.
Not a $10?
No, 5.
Pretty cool.
There's still time. We can go back
To
Go
what?
back where?
to the PPR.
Oh.
To the PBR, huh? What do you think of the teams deal? I never watched it or got into it at all. Is it worth a crap, or is it just kind of dumb?
Ask Gerb.
I'm not really sure what I think about it. I mean, in the aspect of like these guys, it gives them not a guaranteed opportunity, but
more opportunity.
more opportunity. You're guaranteed money. How much?
Oh, you're guaranteed money just being on a team.
No,
well, to an extent.
yeah. I mean, when I was on the team and going to them, I pretty much was getting a show up check.
Okay, I mean that's good, right? That's a good thing for
But if you're just one of the bottom guys that are on the team but not going to the big events, you ain't getting paid enough to be there.
So you're basically paying for something that you have to go to and be a part of?
Well, here's my honest opinion. If you're one of the top 5 guys, which probably was there for a while on the team, it's good.
Yeah.
like I was getting on 3 bulls a weekend. I was getting my guaranteed money, and I wasn't the bottom guy on the roster having to get on the piece of junk. My first year when I was on it, though, it sucked.
Yeah.
I was not getting any money. I mean, I was getting enough to
Cover your
fees.
expenses.
Yeah.
cover your expenses, but you might not even go. I mean, you might go a whole weekend without getting on anything. And when you do get on something, it's because the top 5 guys didn't want to get on it. So,
Gotcha.
so you're kind of, I'd use different words here if we were talking honest, but like, I mean, if you're
kind of getting.
no, yeah. Yeah.
In my opinion, personally, not bull rider. Like I'm not. I personally, as a fan, like
Yeah.
individual better. 100.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, from college rodeoing, I understand to a small point. Like the cool part about being on a team like that is like having that actual support behind the buck and shoots and things like that is really cool. Like in my opinion,
You get it either way. You're
and
buddies
I've never
with
been
all them guys
I've never
either
been
way.
at that level or anything, and I've always. I sound like a real idiot, but I don't really like bull riders. I don't know if I don't have a single friend that's a bull rider. Like that's a good friend of mine because most of them are pretty dumb and like kind
Well,
of.
thanks.
I said most of them,
Good thing I'm not a bull rider.
but you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
I've heard that you said the same thing before, as far as like.
But you get to pick your. I mean, like when you get to our level, you have your crew.
You find yeah, and
You find the people you like to hang out with, and the other thing I will say is like PBRing, you put up with the idiots a little bit more. Like, I mean, you had your 3 good buddies that you were
Okay.
friends with year round or whatever, but after that, you share a hotel room with them for the weekend, and then you don't
Yeah.
see them again until the next weekend or whatever. But like pro rodeo, and you find your 2 guys that you really like, and you rodeo with them year round, and then I mean, like everyone else you're friends with, but you don't have to be tight with. I mean,
right.
you put on the
Right, and like I get that, and like for me, it was just like going when I never got to a point where I'm dealing with better bull riders, and most of the time, better people are gonna rise to that, right? So when I'm going to these smaller bull rides and stuff, a lot of these guys are not people I want to hang out with, you know. So it's things like that but. I guess we kind of got off on the deal there with whatever, but
the one thing like with teams, going back to teams, like there's opportunity. Like I went and spent a week with Silvano Alves,
that's pretty cool, huh?
get to learn from the greatest. And honestly, in my opinion, he could be the greatest. I'm not saying who is or who isn't, because it depends on which stats you look at, how you want to look at
Stats,
it.
perspective,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
But nobody's won 3 titles, so okay, he's in that category. But like that opportunity opens, obviously. But at the same time, when I was going to him, you don't get a room with your crew either, though. Like you room with the teams or whatever.
Oh, like you got like the team you're
With-
put on,
yeah.
yeah. So you get, yeah.
So like, I mean, me and Outlaw stayed together quite a bit, which is cool. Like Outlaw's
Chase Outlaw,
yeah,
Okay,
Outlaw is
yeah.
a bad dude, and I mean, rank cat. But at the same time, Chase isn't one of my buddies that I would go choose to hang out with.
Right.
You know,
And like, there's nothing wrong with that, and I understand. Like, you're not saying anything bad about anybody in that. It's just like, and because I'm very much that way. Like, I'm very cliquey, and it's like, if I don't click with somebody, like, I just don't
Like, you're still going to be good to them, and you're still going to, they need a ride somewhere. Yeah, jump in with me.
Yeah, but
they're not the ones that you're going to be sharing a hotel room with day in and day
sure.
out or whatever. And I'm not outlaw 100% respect for, but at the same time, if I was going to the individual season, I wouldn't be sharing a room with outlaw.
For sure. But no, it's crazy. What's your bucket list hunt, Gerb? I know you're a hunter. I know you like it.
What's your bucket list rodeo, Gerb?
I got 4 more rodeos to attend to between you two. I got Houston between Jeff and Mason. I got 4 more that I have to attend.
I guess I'm never gonna make it.
No. Absolutely not. You're being mean to me. No, I got Houston. I got Pendleton.
Yeah.
I got the NFR.
Uh-huh.
And I got the PBR World Finals.
Uh-huh.
Those are my last 4.
Yeah. Just in general, or like to be there for someone?
Be there for someone.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
yeah.
It sounded like, right. So, okay.
Like I remember like when Mason and I were first hanging out a little bit, Sioux Falls always has a PBR, and I asked him 3 years in a row, 2 years in a row, for sure 2, maybe 3, to go to the UTB with me, and he always said
I'm not going
absolutely
until they let me
yeah,
ride in it.
His first UTB is he's going to be attending it.
Yeah.
And I think my first UTB was when we went to Little Rock. I'm almost positive.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty good place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
No, I remember that story. And I was thinking about asking that was where you said you wouldn't go to the PBR in Sioux Falls unless you were riding in it, or like you went to it when you were younger, and you're like, I won't come back until I'm in it. Yeah. And then you did it.
I've said that about Vegas people before too. Yeah. Like, cause like the last 2 years, people have been like, "Oh, you can go to Vegas," and I'm like, "Why would I go to Vegas? Tell them that, tell them there." Like,
exactly, and it's the same as like the 2 years I spent off. It's like you go to a rodeo, and it's like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Why would I be here if I'm not in it?
Yeah. And that's even like my dad watches the Cowboy Channel all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. And like I come home and I'm like, can we change it? Like,
I get enough of it every day.
Yeah. And like the clown acts the same, and I'm don't take this ain't 100% fact, but like most of the good rodeos I'm at, like I don't want to watch a Joe Blow rodeo on TV, like it's not like it's Houston.
Right. For sure. I get it.
Like the NFR, do I like to watch it? And like, yeah, but I also have buddies there. And I mean, that's the goal, is to make it there.
Isn't it funny how that kind of happens where like when you're in it, you don't really watch it because you want to watch this rodeo. You watch it because you know somebody in it or something.
Oh, 100%.
You don't give a crap about anything else. It's just like you're just trying to support that guy or whatever, and like you want to see how he does or something.
Yeah, and it's the other thing that I think is pretty amazing. Like, man, I've wanted to be a bull rider since I was 5.
Just a wee fella.
Yeah, and like I've rode bulls against.
That wasn't that long.
I mean, I've rode bulls against JB Mooney. I've rode bulls. I've been on the same team as Silvano Alves. I've been in rode against Stetson Wright and Kai Hamilton, and like that's the stuff that like I take for granted 100%. Like, because at the end of the day, when I show up, I want to beat them. Like I don't go there to be like, oh man, look, I'm riding that same rodeo. Let me post it on my Instagram. And,
right.
I want to beat them.
Right.
And then like stuff like this, you kind of look back and you're like, holy cow, like how many kids dream of doing something like this and never ever come close to achieving it. And then you're like, man, I'm doing it. Like I'm really doing it.
Yep.
But you think about it 2 times a year, every other time, you're like, man, I just want to beat that guy. Like I'm the baddest cat here, not him today.
Well, you wouldn't be there if you didn't have that mindset though too, right? You know, it's like you can't always just be like, you can't think other people are so much better than you all the time, or you would never be any good.
This is a scenario when I think like that too, by the way.
Like right now is what you're saying.
Yeah,
is like,
like
this is
when
like,
we get to talking about like
where you go, wow.
feelings.
Don't
this
cry,
is-
please.
This is like, I mean, you know, talking in a small friend group where
Yeah.
they don't understand. The other thing that I find really, really hard is like, I got good buddies back home too, like by lecture or whatever,
Right, the guys from high school or
Yeah.
whatever that you grew up with, yeah.
and like, you know, they're all hi ho about NFL and you know, and like, you know, oh, did you see this and that? And you're like, dude, you do realize I meant the NFL of football, but in rodeo, you know,
Right,
like,
yeah.
and they're like they don't understand and don't care to understand really. And so like there's one buddy of mine that I'm still really tight with, best friends with, but all my other like good friends from high school, like I don't talk to them. Like
I think that's part of growing up.
well, 100%, like everybody's that way, but like
But I get what you're saying. Like they just don't, and if they don't understand you, it doesn't matter anymore. Where I have been very fortunate that a lot of my, not a lot, but like my close buddies from high school really, like, we are still really close, like this couple of us. But yeah, I get what you're saying, dude. It's when people just don't understand, it gets hard sometimes to when you're just like kind of by yourself. And like I had that last week, and I was sitting in an apartment by myself on Thanksgiving going, is this worth it? Like I have not been home for a Thanksgiving since I was a senior in high school. Is this worth it? You know?
in my opinion, rodeo, and yes.
Well, and
Everyone's different. I mean, you're different than me,
right,
And you
for
know,
sure.
like, but that's why a lot of people. Oh, you got screw loose, whatever we were talking about. Yeah, but I don't want to be a carpenter. I don't want to be a. You know, my
That's
goal is
right.
to make the NFR. You know,
For sure.
Your goal is to make a living. Like,
Right.
my goal is too, but we got different ways of making that living.
Right. For sure. I'd rather be I'd rather be broke and have nothing than, or make like those are my two options. You're like, I'd rather be broke and have nothing and be rodeoing and doing this and trying to make it this way versus just going back and, you know, being, like you said, being a carpenter or whatever.
Yeah, that's just a generic term.
Right.
but, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, that's why I'm just like, well, like you say, just like being a carpenter
Yeah.
or whatever. No, I get that, and that's it. Yeah, like didn't mean to go this way, but that's just the way things go, and like that's something that,
Man, that's real life though.
For
Like
sure.
that's, I mean, you know, and that's the other thing I will say. Like, we're celebrities to some people, you know.
right? Even to me, like
But like we're real people, you know.
Yeah.
Like even the NFL people, you know.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, they're a real person.
right,
You know,
Exactly.
they got the same freaking hardships that the carpenter has. You know,
Right.
they show a good face on social media.
for sure.
Just like us, we don't post no buck offs. We don't post the month of July where I rode 3 bulls all month.
Wow.
You know, but I mean, they go through just as many hardships as we do, or the average person, and that's what a lot of people don't understand is they think that everyone on TV's this.
That's the detriment of social media.
Yep.
You know, and that's one of the big reasons. Like I was saying, where I don't know if I want the fame or this or that, is because it feels so far like fraudulent. And like I was explaining this to him at one time because, and like I talked to my dad about it because like he had come out in September and hunted with me and everything, and like he experienced it, and like I've done a lot of crap, and I've been all over the country, and I've traveled a lot and do a lot of things, and it's like, it sounds really nice, and like I might get some cool pictures and post some cool stuff, but it's like explaining to people that it's like, whatever life you want, you make sacrifices. Like if you want to be home with your girlfriend, wife, or whatever all the time and like spend that time with them, you sacrifice. Like for you, like the job that you want to do is being on the road doing whatever, right? Well, you make those sacrifices and then you make that choice. Well, when it comes down to it, like I have these stories and I have these things or whatever, but you don't see the amount of time and you don't see the crap and boringness between them.
Yeah.
You don't see how long it is between these stories. All you hear is story after story after story without going, here's 15 minutes.
8 seconds, 10 seconds.
Right. Here's 8 seconds. Here's 3 months. For 8 seconds, 3 months. So then, but it's just like as time goes on, okay, well, I have these stories or whatever, and it sounds like, oh, when you tell people, they think it's that, but there's so much other stuff, and like that's, like I said, is what social media does, is like you're only posting the good, you're only posting that, and that's why it's like whether or not I even post this, like I want to post these and I do want to do that, but like I just enjoy these conversations. I enjoy doing this and sitting down with people. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it because I don't expect to make a fucking dime off this. I really don't. And that's why I said I don't care about cussing or doing whatever, because they can demonetize it, do whatever the fuck they want. I don't care, because I'm more worried about talking to you the way I would talk to you normally versus trying to be and like making it awkward and doing bullshit. I don't care.
Yeah. I don't know. That's life.
That's life. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We each got one. You just got to live it.
Oh, look at that.
You like that, Gerb?
I did.
I get on rants and I feel really bad afterwards because I'm like, I just made it about me or something.
It's your podcast. It's Kenny KAST with a K.
It's the Kenny KAST with a K. But
What are we on to now?
Minot story?
Your what?
The Minot story?
go ahead and tell a story.
No.
I gotta take
No.
a leak. Go ahead and
No.
you guys do what you
we
gotta
are
do.
not telling the Minot story.
Why?
Because
Gerb, what's a good story we got to tell?
I need another Jeffy story. What are you got some?
I don't know.
You
wanna
do
hear?
know, Jeffrey. You do know what is a good story. You two just hung out for the last 10 months out of the year.
I don't know. Really don't.
You got any zip stories or anything? You do. You definitely have zip stories.
Some zip stories. I don't know. That's just pretty much something we
Just
just
comes
play every day, kill some time. Something to do when you're driving across the.
But the new rule is if you get a yellow truck and a yellow semi, that's automatic win for the whole day. So
Yeah, that's debatable.
We'll have to go to the
rule book,
rule book. And if there ain't a rule, we'll have to.
add it in there.
Yeah, probably.
Rule 68B.
I think we're up to 72.
A.
No, C.
Oh,
Yeah.
what else we got cooking, Jeffy? We're getting close to the bull ride.
Yeah, watching this barrel race. So.
Jeffy, do you think Lisa's going to run Levy?
She did not, and she just tipped third on a sorrow.
She did?
I'm 90% sure that was Lisa Lockhart right there.
Okay, Jeffy, is Haley going to run sister for
You
the
should
third
probably
night
just-
in a
Based on the
row?
last couple of rounds.
You should probably
I'd say
just
yes.
cut the last 3 minutes.
Yes.
We've been talking about the barrel racing right now.
That's fine.
Jeffy, is Lisa going to run sister for the third night in a row?
You mean Haley?
Yes, that's right. Sorry, excuse me. Is Haley gonna run sister for the third?
I
night in
would
a row?
say yes. She won the first 2 rounds, didn't she?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Unless she's sore.
Unless she's hurt or something.
That's what Adderall and drugs are for, kids. So don't take them.
Oh man. But I mean, I guess since we're in the barrel racing, we got bull riding next. We can stay on and do it or whatever. But we're at 2 hours, and we could probably just call it here. I feel like we
covered about it all.
Covered about anything we wanted to. That was really good. I think we got into some pretty cool stuff. They're just watching the barrel races. Who's up right now?
Patrick Duke.
Someone, she's running in the.
I'm dead serious. I'm pretty sure.
It was.
I don't even know these last 2 girls.
The screen is terribly small.
Well, Gerby, you're used to small things.
Can you like brighten up the screen? No. Bright. Stop.
Let's see. Hey, son of a biscuit.
There. Oh my Lantis. There. That didn't do a dang thing.
No.
It brightened it up like.
Son of a. Gerb, we got some good stories that we're not thinking of. Is a sad part.
Well, and that's fine. Well, I'll be back. We'll do this again.
We could just talk about the story. You could end it here, but still try to think of the stories.
We'll keep talking, and that's totally fine too. Like I said, it's like really awkward for me right now, like trying to start with like YouTubing and stuff, and it's like I feel like such a weirdo. Is like,
Hey, I do got a question.
For me?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Why do you want to grow a mustache and waste money on wax?
Ooh. It doesn't cost me nothing.
You got a sponsorship?
No. I mean, I don't know how much the crap costs, but like, I'm sure.
I'm just saying. So when I wake up in the morning, first of all, I pee excellence.
Okay.
And then I go on with my day.
Right.
I don't know if you pee excellence or not, but you probably go to the bathroom first.
Every once in a while.
The last thing I would want to worry about is waxing my stash for 10 minutes.
It don't take that long.
But you got to like comb it all out and get the curls out of it.
Like I got a spare toothbrush.
What the?
I don't like use it for brushing my teeth when I say spare, but like I just buy a cheap toothbrush, and that's what I use to like brush it out or whatever, I guess.
Hey, so what he's saying is, Gerb, when you go to his house,
don't use the extra toothbrush.
Don't use the extra toothbrush because it might have some weird hairs.
But I mean, it don't take.
I
nothing.
like grew mine out,
Uh-huh.
like not that at all.
Yeah.
And it just is.
This is the longest
mine
it's ever
curls.
been, by the
mine
way.
curls down into my lip, and I just absolutely.
Well, that's
hate
why
it.
once you grow it out this long, you have to do this. Or like yesterday, the entire day I was eating my freaking mustache because it just gets into your mouth when you.
Is
try
it
to,
chewy or?
I mean, I don't know. It's hairy.
How's yours going?
You know, I really feel like it's been going strong lately. You know,
I don't know. I started it and now it's kind of one of them things that
it's
feel,
my trademark. Full of juice, barely fits my dreams.
Mason, you have got to come up with some good Jeffy stories. He is. What do you got? He's got to have some. By far the best. I'm hoping you can like send a clip of when
Me
we talk.
send a clip?
Yes, like crop out the clip of when we start talking about Justin hitting the moose or whatever, so we can send that to him. He'll laugh.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm supposed to do one with Justin.
They literally drive together for the last 10 months, and they got quit touching me.
That's the first time I touched you.
And they got no stories. They're just tight-lipped over there.
Man, we don't. Jeff's a freaking too good a human to have good stories. Jeff's probably got stories about me that
He's just like, got him right here.
I really don't just have that many. I'm just trying to think of one. We really don't do that much.
They're all about business.
Businessman.
There's no screwing around with Jeffy and the.
You ever ate at Cracker Barrel?
Oh,
It's been a while, but I've had Cracker Barrel a couple times.
Well, let me tell you. Yeah, I had to adjust the mic for this.
That's fine.
So when we're rodeoing, been driving 3 or 4 hours, and there's a Cracker Barrel sign. No, not even a sign. He knows which town they're in. You get about an hour from this town, he goes, "Are we going to stop soon? I'm kind of getting hungry." I'm like, "Sure, I don't care."
Where do you want
Well,
to
we're
go?
about to Missoula. They got a Cracker Barrel there. It's right off the interstate. You want to stop and eat there? Next day, we're in Oregon. They don't even have Cracker Barrel there. Man, that Cracker Barrel yesterday was pretty good. I could use some more of that today.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Everybody gives me crap about Cracker Barrel, but deep down they like it too.
I mean, Cracker Barrel is a
You're
good
not-
place to eat.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to remember which town it's in,
They got a point there.
which exit it's on, and how far off the interstate it is.
Well, you're
I
just
don't think
not
I know.
committed.
what's like the goat? Oh, does Jeffy like Subway too?
Oh.
Between the Cracker Barrel and Subway, they literally have their whole summer meals planned out.
Yeah, Jeffy likes that Cracker Barrel and Subway just a little
Gets
too
the
much.
protein bowl every time at the Subway.
Not every time.
Speaking of like
He gets the country boy at Cracker Barrel a lot.
country boy, I
Janky.
love you. Speaking of
I got my boots. I got my
my hat.
hat.
I'm a
Bringing
country boy.
country back.
speaking of food on the road, what's your go-to snack? Like you're driving, you
Snack?
Definitely
you
some
stop,
this
you-
trail mix
just trail
for
mix.
mine, for me.
Okay.
They play this stupid game. Maybe they don't play it much anymore, but they play this stupid game.
They eat the game, huh?
Yes, they play it. They
Electrolytes?
Oh, the electrolyte
Yes.
game? Electrolyte
Yes.
game.
Hey,
They
we can't
literally
play that
have
anymore, though.
a bag full of
Electrolytes.
Electrolytes.
yeah, but
Mountain Ops.
Mountain Ops? Yeah, then
So Mountain Ops, if you want to sponsor
in a-
us, we'd
it's in a-
appreciate it.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
is it in a Ziploc bag and you just close your eyes and you reach in? And you,
There's
Yeah,
three,
but I don't think they make them anymore.
but there's 3 flavors. There's blueberry.
Yeah, there's a pink, a blue, and
so you just got to
A
talk about
green,
Mountain
yeah.
Ops, Subway, and Cracker Barrel, and you just get Jeffy rolling.
Yeah, that's okay.
But so we play this game, and after about 2 hours of driving, you're getting a little tired, and we just play a game, electrolyte game, and one person grabs in, and you try to guess, and we get into arguments over who's cheating and who's not cheating, and usually
That's how
I end
bored
up
we get.
being the one cheating. It seems like, but I win. I'm a good cheater.
What do y'all got for sounds?
Don't worry about it.
I know the top left. You don't need to hit
don't.
that.
That's
one.
that's a Gerb.
Did you just pooted your pants? Did you?
Sounded like it.
It sounded like it.
So he's got trail mix, and you. What are you like? What do you want to like? You're driving. What are you reaching to and snacking on?
Whatever Jeff buys.
Trail mix.
Trail mix. Banana once in a while.
Banana. Interesting. Okay. Mr. Gerberding.
Anything
Have
unhealthy.
you seen me? I hit a lot
Well,
of
come.
snacks.
I said go to.
go to.
Gerb was on a monster kick for a long time. Gerb gained a lot
So
of
that's
weight.
what I also like about PBR is that when you go there,
Free monster everywhere.
yes, they in the back they got like that thing you hit, with your bull rope that time.
Yeah,
in Sioux Falls, 'cause you
yeah.
didn't do that good. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
It's like this. It's like this tall. It's a little fridge type
Yeah,
thing, and
yeah.
you lift it up. And any monster you want, and ones that haven't come out yet, they got you. They are the best. That's literally my favorite part.
But
Yeah.
Gerb went on this monster kick for like 3 months, like 3 a day.
Or more.
Like dead serious.
Yeah, it was bad.
Monsters only come in like 16-ounce cans, right?
I'd buy them by the
24
like
pack?
the 12 pack,
Like a case.
a case.
Well, I'm just saying, like the can sizes.
No, they make them screw on top ones too.
Yeah,
that
those are 32 ounces.
No, but I'm saying like as far as like the smallest you can get is a 16, right?
Yeah, probably.
Something.
No,
I think they have like a little
They don't make
12.
regular size.
They have like a little.
They make like a Michelob can size one
and it's a
now.
little 12
Okay,
ouncer.
okay.
But no, Gerb was on a Monster at morning, Monster at mid morning, Monster at lunch, and Monster at about 2.
They were delicious. The black, just the normal original black. Yeah,
I liked them a lot.
they were delicious.
And Gerb got fat, and I'm not
I
even
did
being-
not.
He gained weight. I'm dead serious.
I mean, I understand if you're drinking that many monsters a day, like it makes sense why you would. You don't need to be like bashful about it.
He's just trying to be mean.
I'm not. I'm dead serious. You can tell Gerb gained weight, and he knows it too.
Oh shoot!
And now you bring up Monster, unless it's for a PBR race.
That literally is my favorite part, though.
Nah.
If you can't find me, just go to one of the like coolers. You'll
Yeah,
find me
yeah.
standing there. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive, we could find this clip too. When we were at Little Rock, so I got to go in the locker room or whatever, and who won the round one? Oh, Paulmeyer won round one. Well, he was warming up his bull rope, and I was sitting in the chair right behind him. So the camera is watching both of us, and there is literally a monster can in my hand. I'll literally find the video.
No, my best. Oh, do you remember one of my best favorite Gerb stories is I might have been Little Rock, but anyways, we go to this UTB, and Haley wins the round again. Anyways, who? Haley Kinsel.
Who'd she run, sister?
Yeah,
She did?
yeah.
Wow.
She's crazy.
she's
Why
gonna-
would you run the fastest horse there?
Anyway, so Gerb's. We're in this locker room. I don't know if I've won it yet or not, but whatever. Outlaw comes into the locker room.
See, are you talking the grandma story?
Remember?
Where he's telling Dalton and all them guys the lady's house started on fire and she was yelling at the cops to go get the pillowcase.
And then
Outlaw was saying like, it's because that's where all the money is.
But I know that wasn't the one. But Outlaw's there, and he, never seen Gerb before, and he comes up to me. Who's that Down syndrome kid over there? I'm like, oh, he's just one of my friends. Does he really have Down syndrome? And I was like, well, might have nicked him. Didn't get him though.
No, not fully.
Yeah.
This is the
Oh yeah.
Shane video.
Who'd I
I know this one. I've seen that one before.
I have to look. I don't know.
Go look.
No, my go-to is Twizzler Bites. I think.
Ooh, sweet tart robes.
Rose, okay.
That's
I
my
can't do too many of them though. That's why
my midnight, 2 a.m. Getting really tired. Want something to kind of sweeten it up.
But
Spears could ride this bull.
the bull's starting.
Yeah.
I think we can call it there.
Maybe you want to listen, talk shit.
Oh, right here it is. Right here
Who'd I
it is.
pick?
Right there's this monster can, literally in my hand. Right? Oh, you missed it again. It's in my hand. See it?
Trying to find our deal.
Dude, I totally forgot that you looked like Sketch when you had your glasses.
There it is.
So I forgot when we went to the
Lacey.
stock.
I picked Lacey.
Did you really?
Gerb went with when in doubt, Josh Frost.
Here we go. We got Jordan Spears up here.
You guys want to cut it off here?
No, we're going to just start
Alright,
talking
keep doing
shit
it.
about the bull ride, and you can save it and never.
That's fine. That's fine with me.
Did anybody pick Jordan Spears?
No.
Okay.
I thought he actually had a chance against that bull. Into his mitt.
Oh, he just overrode him, huh?
Travis, you could come watch the bull riding with us at least, because, I mean,
you
that's kind of
can.
our favorite
That is-
event.
That's fine. Like you totally.
Kids, we're
can.
pretty much done with the video. We're just
Yeah.
we're just talking bull riding.
We might get a clip or something out of this that I can.
Ooh, your other girlfriend.
Oh, hell yeah.
Remember when you talked to her for a while?
Hell yeah. Better fucking believe it.
Hannah Coon.
It's Keen.
Hannah Coon.
Keen. Did it? Jeffy picked. No, you didn't. You picked.
I got okay.
Okay. Did anybody pick Doherty?
I don't think so. Hot Pop.
I don't know this ball.
I didn't know many in this round.
Trying to ruin the whole fucking podcast.
Money talks. I won a lot of money to that song
Yeah.
because of Gerb.
All because of Gerb.
Yeah, it's his favorite song.
No, it's definitely not.
Anyways,
The only person that plays it is
Brad Nargucci.
Brad Nargucci, though.
Every time now. Ooh, my stock market's up today.
Sheba.
Okay.
Go on,
Looking
Doherty.
good. Looking good.
Ooh.
Looking real good.
Yeah.
Oh, Doherty, get out of there.
I thought he was going to get the dog shit knocked out of him.
That's the only reason you watch the bull riding at the NFR is just to listen to Donnie
No,
Gay.
no.
Oh, come on.
I don't know if I've ever stayed on a bull in front of Donnie Gay. And he likes to talk shit about me.
No.
He's my new favorite person, then.
If I see him, I'll punch him.
That's the nice part about bull riding. Sometimes they just miss.
What was that, 87 and a quarter for him?
82 and a half.
Oh,
Okay, who took Trey? Someone definitely took Kimsey. No?
he's riding pretty good.
Go on, Trey, get over. Oh, yeah. Somebody
Nope.
Nope.
He got the dog smacked out of him.
Jeffy, can you go to the fantasy deal and see if anybody took anybody that's went yet?
You'll see it when you see it, won't you?
No, because I want to be ready to go. I need Joshy to just come in clutch and give me another 30 points.
He's
Yeah.
probably going to get a,
Josh, Brody's got Jeter.
Derek?
First timer here. I like how we're just talking. And the podcast is officially over, right?
Oh yeah.
A long time ago.
I was asking you guys if you wanted to stop it because I was going to thank you guys for doing it, but now
You don't need to thank us.
I mean, I kind of do.
Not really.
Who's this? Is this Hayes?
Why did
This
you just
is
lick
Reese.
why did you just lick my fucking mic?
Gerb, would you go get a drink now?
I will after this. What do you got? It smells like a lot of liquor and not enough pop.
I don't know.
You mean soda?
It's got a lot of liquor and not a lot of pop.
He mixed it.
This is Wasey.
No, this is Trevor Reese.
Travis.
Iowa boy.
Iowegian.
Iowegians can't drive.
Top Gun Maverick. That's money talk.
Did anybody take Trevor? Jeff, you're supposed to be on
Jeff,
that.
this is your new job. Usually this is my
Yes.
job.
Jamie, can you pull that up? Pull that up, Jamie.
Hey, Hayes is next. No, that's T Hutch. That's T Hutch.
Did anybody take T Hutch?
You're done
No.
if you didn't.
Literally everybody that's
Hayes,
picked is
Bouquet,
last.
Jace.
Just
Wasey.
keep that up.
Yes, Jeff. God damn.
Easy.
They're
fella.
rolling. They're rolling it. They're going to Hayes.
That's T Hutch.
Oh, they're going to T Hutch. I got to go potty. Hey, turn that fucker back on. What are you doing?
He's making himself a crayon.
Come again?
A vodka crayon.
cranberry douche.
What would you call it?
A vodka cran.
Yeah. You making fun of the way I said cran or what?
No, you just beeped it out when we're done. I just.
Would you shut up for a minute?
Shut up, Gerb! What, bastard? I told you last night, did I not? When he peed the bed. And
Yeah,
blamed
you
it
told
on
me about that. Gerb peed himself and didn't believe it.
I didn't pee myself.
Still don't believe it.
I did not pee myself.
Maybe it was T-Sky, but I swear to God, it was not me.
Wait, time out. If it was her, she would have had to like,
Yes.
yeah, that didn't happen.
She is sometimes not a nice person.
I really
Way
doubt.
nicer than either one of us.
Yeah, that's not true. Anybody ride anything?
No.
Hold your horses.
Should have
Who was
Should've
82?
picked Doherty.
Oh, Doherty, yeah.
picked Doherty, Jeff.
We haven't bucked a pool yet. Jeffy, you gonna drink one of them teas or
We'll see.
He's got one in him.
he's got at least one. Oh,
What?
Go on,
Ooh,
T. Hutch.
away from his hand. Oh,
Should've
back.
picked T. Hutch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was beautiful.
God, he's going to be marked 87 and a half.
no, he won't. 84.
88.
84 and a half.
86.
84 and a half.
86.
88.
Quit touching me. My favorite Jeffy story. You can put this in the podcast.
That's fine.
Ken?
Once we see that he went 88.
86.
84 and a half.
I said 87 and a half.
84 and a half.
Give it to me.
Look at that get off. Why can't you get off that good?
Him is awful at getting off. 86 and a half. Anyways, so
Nope. Nobody's gonna say good job, Jeff. That you. Come on, you guys suck.
Anybody pick Cooper James?
So Jeffy and I, when were we at Travis's when you drank more teas than me? I don't know. Anyways, we were at this guy by Denver, and Jeffy got indulged in some teas.
Jeffy, did you get silly?
Jeff got very silly. For Jeff got very silly.
Very silly.
And got like emotional over some things.
That'll happen to a guy. You know, you hold it in like he does.
Like,
I'd get emotional if I had to hang out with fucking you the whole time.
beep.
I'd have mental breakdowns.
But yeah,
Anybody
anyways,
pick Cooper James?
I don't think so.
What was that, 86?
Jeff's pissed now.
Who's this?
Wasey, come on, Wasey.
Anybody pick him?
I did, bastard.
Fucking hope he falls off.
Haunted hotel.
Wasey, it's your turn to shine.
Jeff, you been on this bull?
He's been bucked off
You
pretty
been on
quick
this
the last
bull?
2
What is
days.
it?
Haunted Hotel.
Go on, Wasey, get over.
Yes! Woo!
What the heck is going? He is in his head bad. He needs somebody to call him and smack him in the face.
Nope. Right where he needs to be, and then have Mason pick him every time.
Actually thought he'd fit that bull away from his hand.
Dang.
Gerb, go turn the TV on. See if I
Yeah.
can't screencast
Yeah,
this.
we're gonna call her here, boys. Seriously, thanks guys.
Yep.